What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2. No easy buckets, analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. I'm Andrew Schulz. I'm here with Akaash saying real life cast.
Yes, sir.
We got Alex Media and Eden on the ones and twos. And this episode has been brought to you by Manscaped. All right, the Flagrant 2 push with that Lawnmower 2.0 is the real deal. If you guys don't know about Manscaped, you're about to find out right now as I tell you all about them and the success that we've had with their product. They are a male grooming product. Okay, they shave up your pubes. They keep it tight down there. And that Lawnmower 2.0 is, according to Manscaped, the #1 purchase product by the asshole army. Mm-hmm. Keep up the good work, assholes. Speaking of assholes, if that area needs a little touch-up, you might as well get it over there, too. The lawnmower extends past the balls. You can get gooch. You can get booty hole. You can do everything you need to do downstairs because you don't want to be mixing that upstairs razor with that downstairs razor. All right? Whatever you got going on downstairs, we're not judging. Don't bring it upstairs, and vice versa. If you haven't purchased anything, hurry your ass up. Get over to manscaped.com. Remember, this is brought to you by the Flagrant Media Group. Okay? Shout out to my man Devon working his ass off over there. Shout out to my man Jamil working his ass off out there. Flagrant Media Group making moves. Manscaped.com. Use our promo code FLAGRANT. You save 20% off anything purchased and get free shipping anytime you or anyone you know uses our code at checkout. That's right. You can share with your peoples. Tell them to use Flagrant as well. There's no reason you should be shaving your body, balls, or pubes with the same razor or trimmer you use on your face. So stop that right now. Disgusting. Get that Lawnmower 2.0 trimmer with skin-safe technology for a smooth shave every time, everywhere. They have anti-chafing deodorants and moisturizers for your balls as well. They now have a foot spray that smells amazing. That's right, a foot spray protects against sweat and gives you a cooling sensation for up to 24 hours. Stop offending yourself or the people close to you by not being groomed or smelling bad. Get it right, okay? Get it for someone you know. Get it for someone you know whose balls or feet need an adjustment.
Don't even make it an awkward conversation.
That is, just hand it off.
Just hand it off to him.
Just hand it off to him. Manscaped.com. They will put it together. Exactly. Promo code is Flagrant. 20% off. This show is also brought to you by Adam and Eve, guys. Mm-hmm. AdamandEve.com are back. Free stuff is awesome. We love free stuff over here, but free stuff to spice up your bedroom is even better. Okay, select almost any one item for 50% off. And then Adam and Eve loads on the free stuff, a sexy item for you, a special gift for Bae, and a 3-item third item that you'll both enjoy. Okay? And you're going to get 6 spicy movies. There's a lot of things they're giving away. Plus free shipping. Just use the promo code Flagrant. Get almost everything for free over at AdamandEve.com. All right? It's Flagrant, FLAGRANT. Offer code Flagrant at checkout at AdamandEve.com. Get what you need over there. And if you don't need anything, get some condoms. Everybody is going to need condoms. If you're not using them now, you will be using them in the future. And if you aren't using them now, you should definitely make it a habit to do so. It was just Mother's Day, all right? You don't want to be celebrating that next year with your girlfriend unless it's planned. So you'll get what you need to get over at AdamandEve.com. Now, let's start the show. What an amazing weekend of content. What an amazing weekend of basketball games. I mean, I think it's important to start with one of the most glorious clutch shots in the history of playoff basketball. I know for a fact Max Kellerman was texting Stephen A. Smith and Jay Williams. He
feels vindicated this week.
I'm not saying that Kawhi is better than Kobe or more clutch than Kobe, but Max got a couple percentage points back on the power meter after that shot drop for Kawhi. He did the one thing that
Kobe or MJ's never done.
Which is?
Win a buzzer beater Game 7
Jordan did it in a Game 5 in the first round back when it was best of 5, though.
Yeah, but
to the Cavs.
Is that Game 5 against Cavs?
It was Game 5 first
so it was
round.
a deciding game. Game 5, Game 7, the same to me.
Yeah.
I didn't think that anything could top like the Dame Lillard logo 3-pointer.
Unbelievable.
But like the fucking drama of that
Yeah.
ball bouncing it was like you see it in the movies, and like you always see like the ball never bounces that many times in a rim. That makes no sense. Like it was the first time I've really seen that.
The only time I've ever seen that happen on a game-winning shot was when I beat Jay Williams with the hezzy. It was an almost identical bounce. I wish we need to almost bring it up and put them side by
They
side.
call that a champion's bounce.
It's a champion.
They call that a champion's bounce.
The shooter's
really
touch,
was,
yo.
bro.
Oh my
it
God.
was amazing.
Never in my life.
If you look at Kawhi, I mean, I think everybody is in the internet has spoken about this, but it was really cool to see Kawhi actually show emotion.
Yeah.
But what was hilarious was this: if you watch the clip, and I know we're not watching with audio or anything like that, right? But if you watch the clip on TNT, right? I think it was TNT game.
TNT, yep.
If you watch the clip on TNT, the ball goes in. This is not going to be it. Actually, pause this for a second, Ed. So if you watch the clip on TNT, right? The ball goes in. Now, my first reaction is, oh my God, I'm going to get to see Kawhi actually emote. I'm going to get to see him go crazy, right? I'm going to get to feel what it feels like when he finally gets excited, right?
Yeah.
And the shot is wide. You see Kyle grab the ball and run towards him, right? And the shot goes in close, and right when you're about to see his face get crazy, like Marc Gasol's head goes in front of him. So they switch to another angle, and right when you're about to see him go crazy, then all of a sudden Kyle's head goes in front of him.
They should have never shown it. There should be
It would've
no
been
angle.
better.
Like Wilson on Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Remember, you never had to see Wilson's face.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
it's the headless horseman or the this exactly. No, let's look at it from this angle right
Yeah,
here.
I think this is the angle. Yeah, this is it right here.
Okay, so he goes up, shoots, and sits it down.
And covered.
Good.
Covered.
Wait for it. So now you have no clue what's happening. The
All right,
back.
so what's the angle? Covered.
And look, now
Back of
we're
his
looking
head.
at the back of his head while he's screaming. Okay?
Switch again.
Look,
Covered.
It's constantly covered. You can't, for a fraction of a second, you'll see him yelling.
Yeah.
And
the
then
next
by the time you see him, it's over. He's
see
done.
him
by the
back
time you
out
see
to
him,
the
he's in the
regular Kawhi.
post-game interview, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, just."
Oh, then you see him at
practice
the
that
very
shot
end of this clip. You see him, but he's like
for a
done. He's
second.
like,
Yeah.
I
He's
got
back
it
to
out.
normal now. Yeah. So what was obviously amazing shot, but what was so clutch about the shot is he missed the free throw to seal the game.
Yeah.
Which I didn't see coming. I mean, like, mind you, I think he had like 15 points in the fourth quarter or
he
something.
was
like
killing it.
He had like
was
9 of their
balling.
last 12 too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was sad.
40
to watch.
shots. Put up 40 shots.
Dude, it's game 7. You putting up as many shots as needed.
Look
Like,
at that crouch for waiting for the bounce.
and it's such a great fucking it's like a fucking Renaissance photo because everybody kind of knows it's gonna happen, but they don't want it to. Like, I feel so bad for Joel Embiid.
God, how stupid do rich Canadians dress? This is the front row at the whatever center it is in
the
Canada.
Scotiabank Arena now. It's not
Is
Air
it-
Canada anymore.
Oh, the Scotiabank Arena.
Yeah.
Okay, here you've got Steven Seagal, or what looks like Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
right.
I see 2 John Goodmans, to be honest with you.
It's everybody's a John Goodman, right? Here's Brian Seagal, Steven's brother manager. These are not actually
You
these
got like
people,
4
but they're
members
horrible.
of OVO just somewhere.
This guy put a lot of money on the Sixers.
This guy looks like Hannibal Buress up here in the top. God damn.
Look at these idiots looking on the jumbotron.
I
They're
know.
5 feet away.
I know.
Oh, this is crazy, dude.
And poor Jimmy, man. He almost had his hero's moment right there when he tied the game. And
Yep.
Yeah.
you know, it came really close. But at the same time, man, like, I feel for we all saw Joel Embiid cry like a baby afterwards, right?
We'll get into that in a second.
God damn, it was hyped up. Like, these entire conference semis were hyped up as, like, quote unquote, like the greatest conference semis ever. Like, even before the games.
You don't
started.
need LeBron.
You don't
NBA
need
does not need LeBron. Matter of fact, it's even better without LeBron. And let me tell you this. I know this is going to sound wild. Don't need KD either.
Honestly,
It is better without the superstars.
I'm with you on that too. Because, like, right now, I was talking to somebody today, and I was like, "Yo, this is the first time the teams as constructed. I like all of them.
Everybody can win.
Everybody
You know
can
why?
win.
Game
You
of
know,
Thrones.
you know why
Yeah.
you might not need LeBron or KD? Because they might not be the 2 best players in the league anymore.
Ooh, pump the brakes, but make your
Ooh, I don't
argument.
know. Yeah, okay.
Giannis,
Yep.
this year, best player in the league.
Okay.
We all slept on Kawhi,
Yep.
but we're looking at Kawhi in the playoffs. When you consider his defensive contribution,
Yeah.
is he definitively worse than Durant?
So-
I think I'd take Durant, but it's a conversation.
Let's have that. You've just completely flipped me. So Yeah, we are guilty of not recency bias, but like history bias.
Yeah.
We are calculating the amazing efforts of LeBron and KD throughout their careers and not calculating what Kawhi and Giannis have grown into specifically this year, which continues on your argument, but it's a conversation that needs to be had, which is, as great a coach as Pop is, he takes your soul. And you are not as great as you could be if you are with Pop. And we would never see this Kawhi that puts up 39 shots in a Game 7 and carries a team on his back with Popovich. And we might not see that because maybe Popovich would devise a game plan so good that it would be an easier victory.
It doesn't come down to that.
But I think that Kawhi leaving Pop will be the greatest decision that he's made in his career because you will get to see the height that Kawhi can go.
You get to see him unleashed. Like, no matter how good he is, it's almost like playing for the Patriots. No matter how good you are, Belichick's always going to get the credit. Popovich is always going to get the credit.
Well, here's what I would say. Yeah. The first year Kawhi was the unquestioned alpha, he was destroying the conference finals and then got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do think Pop would let Kawhi shine when everybody else is gone. And it's like, okay, you are the guy now.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I don't deny that, but don't you feel like the game and the offense that Pop operates in is so team oriented that you don't get to see someone carry?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think back to Spurs teams. Yeah. And as great as Tim Duncan was, I can't recall a game where it's like, whoa, Tim really put him on his back.
There's two reasons.
I remember one game where I think the game where Derek Fisher had that fucking 0.4 turnaround or whatever.
Okay.
And I remember that game, like, Duncan went nuts that game because right before he hit a fucking falling, banking three-pointer, he had like 40 that game or something. That was like the only time I rember Tim Duncan like completely.
We're talking a guy who has 5 rings. We have one game where
I remember Duncan having 40 in a game he lost against the Mavs in Game 7.
Okay.
I seen Duncan do it. Now I think another thing that helped Kawhi is that no one else wanted the fucking ball.
Okay. We're gonna get. I want to get into that as well, but I don't want to leave alone this Pop concept here. I think what is so great about Pop is that he gets you to opt into team. Mm-hmm. And what is so great about not being with Pop is you have to carry a team with yourself at times.
At times, yeah.
And we saw throughout this series Kawhi go, we are going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to win, and I will take us to victory.
I forget the actual stat, but he scored the most points, I think the second or third most points in a series in playoff history. And I think the only 2 people who beat him was like Wilt and like Jordan. And I think he actually beat Jordan. I think there was like maybe 2 other series with Jordan in there.
Unbelievable.
But like there was one, it was like Jordan, LeBron, Kawhi, like Jordan twice, and then Wilt.
We would never know how good Kawhi is if he stayed with the Spurs. And I'm not saying this is a knock to Popovich. I think what makes a coach great, to be honest with you, what makes the Raptors so effective is there's a guy like Marc Gasol that can put up 30-point games that averages 9 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because Mark opts in.
Yeah.
And that's what they need him to do.
I'm gonna play my hardest on defense and give everything on defense against one of the best up-and-coming players in the league, Joel Embiid. And that's what this team needs from me.
Right.
And most teams do not get you to opt in that way.
Right.
But seeing what Kawhi did, a special performance. I mean, like, there were times.
That's an all-timer. That's an all-timer.
Holy shit. We're gonna.
He gets a statue if they re-sign him or whatever and he stays there. He gets the statue like right after Vince Carter.
I'm glad you said that.
Maybe
Vince is officially buried.
Yeah.
Before this, the what is it? The ghost of Vince Carter loomed over the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
And I feel like after this performance, and granted, they're just going back to the Eastern Conference Finals, which they have gone before since Vince, but it was something about the way that they beat this Philadelphia team that had monsters on it.
Yeah.
We're talking about 4 monsters. We're talking about Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, Jimmy
Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
JJ Redick. Like,
on paper, 4 big guys.
On paper, they are supposed to win this series.
And he took them.
And he took the series. Kawhi took the series from the Sixers.
To your point, the reason people always put Kobe over Tim might be Tim didn't have to just carry the team constantly because Pop is a better coach and he gets the team involved. Also, and I picked the Raptors to go to the finals. And I think Kyle Lowry has found his way to be effective in the playoffs.
Yes.
But Pascal Siakam, if he
great.
don't learn to take a fucking shot, they're not going to win.
So Pascal's interesting, right? Because there are moments of this series where we saw him flash signs of brilliance, right? We saw him put up, was it this one or last one where he put up 30 plus?
Yeah, definitely wasn't this one.
I think it was last series.
So last year he puts up 30. Last season he put
last
series he puts up 30 plus. And I think we sat here and we were like, this kid just found himself.
Yeah.
And then this series, it was limiting for him.
Game 7 in particular.
It was limiting.
Everybody, the commentators are saying, Greg Anthony's like, yo, this guy's terrified to take a shot.
Well, you got to understand, like, he's coming into a what? He was just getting like his league legs under him. Like, people know who he is. Like, you got to scout for him now, right?
Yep.
And on top of that, like, you're going against the Sixers, and if you're a wing guy and you're not an all-time fucking talent like Kawhi Leonard, like, you got Jimmy Butler dogging you, you got Tobias Harris dogging you got Ben Simmons. Like, these are 3 6'8" dogs like on defense that are going to come after you. And you know, I could see why he had some subpar games. So I think he'll do better in the next round. I mean, like if Giannis isn't guarding him, or I think Giannis takes the challenge of guarding Kawhi. But
so
I can't wait for that.
I mean, and we can have this. We can start getting to this conversation about what happens next series. Mm-hmm. You have an interesting matchup, right? We all know the matchup that we want to see is Giannis and Kawhi, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you noticed in Game 7, Kawhi didn't really mark Butler this series. There are times he would mark him, but it wasn't the main defender. And they said Game 7, they were like, hey, we need you to turn the water off. And
they turned it off.
Butler struggled. Now, he had a big layup at the end. He hit a couple shots, but the water... Yeah, it wasn't a lot of water pressure.
Yeah,
it was a drippy faucet, right?
It was a low-scoring game.
But sorry about that. So the wisdom that you bring into a series with Giannis is like, and something you got to think about when you're a coach and a GM is we know we have this guy that can turn the water off. How much energy do we want to risk?
That's the hardest part, right? That's the hardest part because you need his buckets too.
You need him all,
and if you're gonna burn him out guarding the probable MVP of the league,
right?
Like, I don't know if you want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you got to tell Pascal Siakam to put his boy pants on and like go guard him. You know what I'm saying? Because we need Kawhi to score buckets.
So what would you do?
Series.
What do you do? Listen, if it's Game 7, we already know who's on.
Oh yeah,
Giannis.
you empty the clip in Game 7.
Let's go. And I want to hear from both of you guys. What do you do? Game 1 defensive matchups, Raptors, Bucks.
What I do is what the Celtics did in Game 1.
Okay.
You let Giannis get his and stop shooters from going off. And they won handily that first game, right? You tell Siakam or you tell somebody, who else?
Mark.
I tell Serge Ibaka.
It's Serge, Mark,
I tell Serge,
and Siakam.
yo, you follow Giannis, you wear him down or do whatever you can.
Yeah.
You tell Siakam and Kawhi, make sure those shooters don't get off. You know, and if those shooters don't get off and you could hold Giannis and let Giannis kind of get his 30 without getting the assist, because the assist is where he kills you.
Yes.
Like when he's driving and like these guys are getting wide open threes, that's when you're done. But if Giannis gets his 30 and like he gets like 2 assists, like
you're
3
fine
assists,
with
you could live with that.
You're cool with Giannis being responsible for 36 points, not 56 points.
Exactly.
Akaash?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was going to say maybe just have Kawhi guard him in the fourth. But save until the fourth. But that makes a ton of sense too.
Yeah.
Now, how did Milwaukee get around Boston's game plan and let their shooters get off?
Well, Giannis just dunked them to death. That's why.
So they felt like they had to address the dunking.
And then once he was just everyone was collapsing on him, and he was just
you can't let them shoot.
The
Here's the thing: the Bucks have sneaky shooters, man.
Not even sneaky anymore.
But like. I guess
what's his name? Mirotic.
They have Mirotic,
Ilyasova, Brook Lopez.
Is Ilyasova still there?
Yeah,
he's still there.
So what they have is they have big guys that can splash.
Yeah,
they have Mirotic, Ilyasova, Brook Lopez, right?
Middleton.
It's like, and they built a team really well.
Yeah, they have I think they led the league in 3-pointers this year. Not the Warriors, not the Rockets. The fucking Bucks led the league in 3-pointers this year. And people don't know that. They see Giannis and the way he plays, and they don't think that
dunks.
they think only dunks. Like, no, they fucking splash.
They put the team together well. You know that guy is going to create massive attention. You know there's no way to one-on-one guard him, so you know there's going to be kickouts, and you need guys who can knock down.
What's funny? They're built like old Cavs teams used to be built.
Yeah.
Like they're built like that. Like
absolutely.
They give the ball to Giannis. They say you get to the hole, you drive or whatever, you do what you got to do. And now he's hitting threes, fucking forget about it. So you got to see shooters.
So you have a situation, right, where I'll be honest with you, I would empty the clip immediately. I think you start the series, and maybe this goes against conventional wisdom, but I start the series with Kawhi on Giannis because I think you want to slow momentum down. I think the Bucks are a momentum team.
Yeah, once they get going, it's hard to.
It's over.
It's hard to turn the faucet off. It's hard to turn that faucet
off, right? So why not send Kawhi at him early, right? And you send Kawhi to see if you can turn that faucet off, see if you can get the guys, to at least limit what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think Brook Lopez, Mark Gasol is a wash, right? They're both guys who can hit it from outside. Both guys are not going to kill you in the post, but they're kind of
both
effective.
Big, thick motherfuckers.
Yeah, they got and let them bang. That's fine. But I think you go and turn it off. The one problem is, and Akaash said this earlier, is when Kawhi is going to be guarded by Giannis, you're going to have Kawhi limit score. It's going to limit scoring. You're going to limit scoring. Who steps up? Lowry doesn't want it. He's found his game, but it's not going to be contributing with buckets. He's going to be defensive. He's going to get some offensive active. Straight activity.
Yeah.
So the question is it Siakam? Is it Serge? Does Danny Green start to hit some threes again? Who on that team wants to go, I'm the second scorer?
The only one with the ability is Siakam.
Yeah.
Danny Green old,
Siakam,
and he can knock down threes, but he's not winning games.
He's not going to get you like if Danny Green gets you 15 points in a game, like
Serge playing over, he's playing over his head right now, but he's not winning games for you. Nobody wins games offensively because of Serge. It's got to be Pascal, and if they don't get that, I don't think they win.
Honestly, if it's not Pascal too, like I give a fucking shot to Marc Gasol.
Yo, that's what I was gonna say.
Like, slow the fucking game down.
Interesting.
Don't get that fucking, like you said, they're a momentum team and shit like that. Like Kawhi can work in the half court. Fucking Kyle Lowry, like you get him settled down and play the half court game and shit. You get the ball to Marc Gasol and see if he could like bully around Brook Lopez for a little bit. Like spell me, get me like 15 points. If Marc Gasol could give me 12 to 15 points,
you're happy.
You're good. I
want some big games from Mark if they're gonna win. But I also want, if the matchup is Middleton Siakam, I want Siakam to bully Chris Middleton because I think that's how you take away his shooting. You go at him.
That's how you take away all scorers.
Right? It's like get their legs, make him work. You're going at him, make him work, and then all of a sudden it's the fourth quarter.
You ain't getting that high on the jump shot no more. Yeah, it's very low center of gravity.
It's a very risky. At first, I was like, I think the Raptors got this.
I can't wait for this.
I
can't wait for this.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be like, it's not going to be the most interesting series to the casual fan.
No.
But if you like basketball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The last four teams left. If you are a basketball fan, this is the fucking matchups that you want. The four best teams in the NBA are left.
We never saw Kobe LeBron in the finals. We wanted to see that matchup. Even though they didn't really match up. We saw LeBron and KD, but like KD had such a good squad behind him. It
wasn't necessarily.
This is the best matchup we've had one-on-one for as long as I can remember.
Aside from possibly the Western Conference right now.
That's true.
But
I've been thinking about these two dudes and how they would match up for. I'm not even bullshitting years because the Spurs got Kawhi and the Mavs wanted Giannis, so I've always kind of been fascinated by him. And Kawhi I just loved. I picked him to be MVP last year, and I thought, man, those two going head to head I would love to see. For years I've thought that. And now we're gonna see it, and it's gonna be so fucking exciting.
And they're just so built so different. Like there's nobody built like these two guys in the NBA.
They're built similarly, and no one else on earth is built like them.
No one. Like Kawhi's like a fucking
massive
he's like a fucking tight end
defender,
that plays shooting guard. And Giannis is just like a fucking monster. And like now he's learning to shoot threes and shit. Like he's like a more brolic KD. Like it's like if you're a hoops junkie,
it's
like
just great.
This is fucking it right here.
There's an interesting thing happening when I saw Kawhi go up against Ben Simmons. Anytime Ben Simmons was on Kawhi, did you guys pick up on this? That Kawhi just bullied him. It was he
Snatched
didn't
the ball
even
from
try to finesse him with a move. He literally gave him a pump fake, and then he got close to the rim, and there was a hard dribble, shoulder in his chest, move him out of the way, layup every single time. And it was one of those things where I'm looking at Ben Simmons and I'm like, this might be the biggest waste of a 6'10" body that exists in the NBA, because he is physically strong. Like when you look at Ben Simmons, you don't look at him as like one of these wafy 6'10" guys. He's not Thon Maker, right? This is a guy who looks diesel.
That's why they call him Baby Braun. Like they have the same fucking body at the same age,
but bullied by Kawhi.
Yeah. It's man strength.
It is
man strength.
Kawhi kind of bullied man Braun against the Heat.
Yeah, exactly.
They won that series in 5.
Second
when he
year,
got Finals MVP, so he gonna bully Baby Braun because he's only better than he was then.
Yeah, it was like second year or third year Kawhi. Like
I think third year Kawhi.
That was to me like Miami. To me, Miami Braun's always gonna be peak Braun, like at his at the height of all his powers and shit. And Kawhi bullied him.
Yeah,
bullied him for a lot of games.
Okay.
From game 3 of that series, game 3, 4, 5, it was like, what am I watching?
Yeah, because a lot of people didn't. I didn't really know who he was. Like I knew of him from San Diego State, but I didn't think he was like this.
I mean, I kept hearing he was gonna be great and gonna be, and I was like, all right, let's see. And I started seeing him step up, and then all of a sudden in the finals, he destroyed that team.
Yeah.
Like he just took away Braun, and they had nothing. Wade is on his last legs, and nothing.
I mean, it is an exciting situation. I was watching Ben Simmons shoot a free throw, and
he didn't laugh.
And I picked up on something. I think there's something structurally, not necessarily wrong, but there's something structurally true about the way his hand attaches to his arm that doesn't allow him to shoot a basketball well. I think his hands, because I was watching him shoot the free throw, right? I think his hands are slightly pronated, meaning they tilt out to the right a little bit.
So
more,
anatomically,
or
you
to
just
the
think
left.
he just can't.
Because I watched him, right? And my boy said he was like watching him in practice and shit too. And whereas the three of us, if we take our elbow and we stick it out, right?
Yeah.
Our hand lies underneath the ball.
Yep.
Right? So it's a natural shooting motion to follow through. I think his, and it's easier to see on the video, but his hands are actually angled. So when he locks his elbow,
it's the pinky's tilted up
Honestly,
a bit. All of a sudden,
the pinky's tilted up, right?
I can believe it.
So how do you adjust for it? You stick your elbow out to
keep it under.
flatten your hand,
to keep it to give it the arc,
and then this thumb becomes useless.
Right.
So you end up just shooting fingertips, and that's why he has no touch.
And this is
but what does work for him? This hook, because when you're hooked, you're not bent back at an angle.
Yeah, okay.
Your hand is
that.
straight.
Yeah.
So you just hook up, and I'm looking. I'm like, just seeing that, I'm going, he'll never be able to shoot a basketball.
No, I think it's a simpler fix than that. I think he's right-handed.
Is this it? Okay.
I think he's right-handed, and he don't know it.
Maybe now. Watch him shoot the free throw. Are we gonna get one? Okay, we're watching. By the way, anybody who's listening right now, we're watching the free throw. Look. Okay, look.
But his right hand is perfectly fucking square.
Well, no. It's pronated, but on purpose. But watch his left. Keep going. No, keep going. Oh, God. Look it. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
his wrist is flat.
I think I can see.
But the chicken wing is out.
So if you took that chicken wing in, I think his hand would still be.
I can see that. Yeah, if you tilt his elbow down, if you just bring it down, it still looks like I can see that.
You'd be shooting almost across your body or something.
Left. Yeah, or to the right.
So it's fine, dude. There's an issue there, man.
Anatomically, there's an issue.
Ken Gargano, a good plastic surgeon, fix that up, right?
Who?
The weird thing about it is, like, I watched him in high school, and he used to shoot threes very confidently, and hit them. I don't know. I know he was hurt in LSU. He got hurt for a little bit. I forgot what he got hurt.
Yeah.
I would like to see footage of him at LSU if the release is just as ugly.
He didn't shoot that much in LSU either, but in high school, he really shot them.
There's videos of old Ben
I've
Simmons.
seen him in high school just throwing them up.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things where it's like, we'll just take the clips where he hits some threes.
But I'm curious to know the form. I don't remember the form looking as ugly.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But there's something anatomically wrong with it.
It looks. I can definitely see that for sure.
I really, truly believe he needs to.
After you were right about
right-handed.
After you were right about Markelle Fultz's nerve, I'm just like, yeah, sure. Why would he be wrong? What a random thing to be right about. So why am I going to question this?
This is high school we're looking at?
This is college. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this isn't okay.
Okay.
Let's see it.
It looks more straight.
It looks better.
It's
still bricks, but it does look better. Okay, so we're excited about this series.
Another thing about I
sure.
want to touch Philly before we move on to the next series. I think this is the best thing to happen to the Sixers and Joel Embiid specifically.
You think he finally gonna stop eating like a fucking child?
That motherfucker needs to like become a vegan or some shit. He needs to lose some fucking weight. Because I love that he's
pushing his veganism out there. Motherfucker ain't ate meat in 3 weeks.
Fucking like get a plant-based diet or some shit. Like there was
the balls you got.
Hey, fuck it,
the
man.
balls you got.
I've been there. I'm a month today, baby. I feel good.
To come here from Africa, all the starving people of Africa to come here and be like, I'm not eating certain foods.
Eating garden burgers now, bitch.
All it takes, all these starving people in Africa would die to eat a nice slab of meat, a nice slab of pork.
Let me tell you, I slipped up on Saturday.
My man's skin is kind of glowing.
You see it, right?
Oh, that's why you glowing, because you ate meat on Saturday. This is happiness.
Bro, I slipped up and had some fucking ribs with my girl, and my stomach immediately was like, no. Like,
how do you slip up and have
ribs? Nah, because I
understand there's some chicken in a matzo ball soup. A rib, you have to grab the bone.
It was boneless. It was boneless ribs.
Okay, here we go.
So it was just straight to the fork.
I thought it was seitan. I didn't know it wasn't real meat.
No, it wasn't actual ribs.
Is there a blacker way to cheat on veganism than a fucking ribs?
Nah, because I was eating with her, and like she was like eating like all types of pork and shit. I was like, oh man, that really looks good. And then later today, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get some ribs. And then my body, like it didn't sit there for like 10 minutes. I went straight to the bathroom, whatever.
Really?
So, yeah. So I mean, long story short, like I think this is the best thing to happen to the Sixers and Embiid, because one, there's a lot of people saying like they don't like the duo of Simmons and Embiid. Like those skill sets don't really complement each other.
Not at all. Well. One of them has skills and the other one doesn't. It's really that simple.
It'd be much like that team is a much different team if they have a point guard who can shoot the ball and spread the ball out. Mm-hmm. But in any case, Embiid needs to lose some weight. Needs to take his health seriously.
I've heard he eats like a child, like candy constantly.
I can see that. And
that's a popular thing amongst ball players though in the league.
Yeah,
candy obsessed.
They play ball all the time.
They just want the sugar.
They go and play a game, and it's like it's out of their system.
Also, a lot of these guys, they're not coming from places that where your parents are saying we're going to eat whole grain foods and vegan diets. We're talking about kids who grew up poor.
Joel Embiid is African though. Like your parents.
And you got to understand, he picked the basketball like really late.
19, right? Or like
I wasn't 19. Like I think it was, I think like the middle of high school he started playing basketball for the first time, and then he went to Mount Verde, and then he went to Kansas, and then he was out of here. But
let's talk about how ugly he is when he's crying, because that shit was.
Can we pull up that clip?
Oh my god, dude! His lip does this weird thing. It's just so weird.
Before we pull up the crying, we don't,
pull it up.
We get it.
No, pull it up immediately.
Worked hard.
I don't want the disclaimer.
If you
look at this, stay right there. Don't even press play yet. Just look at this.
God damn! What is that?
Wow.
Yo, you know what he looks like?
Weebay.
He looks like. That looks like it was the first time he's cried.
Weebay.
Like he doesn't know how to cry. Like I don't think he knows how he looks when he cries.
Yeah, he definitely
like
doesn't
his face
know how
is like, is this what my face is supposed to do when it comes around? Like
he can never make fun of anybody again. This is a meme now, and anytime he talks shit to anybody on Twitter, Instagram, this will be brought up and reposted and responded and gift till
I wouldn't
death.
test it though.
Can we play it? Or
I wouldn't test it though.
Play it.
Embiid's got a serious clapback game. I feel like he'll come back to something.
Look at this.
You could tell Marc Gasol said something really touching to him.
Yeah, he said, "Stop crying like a little bitch. Like you just lost."
Ooh, the lip quiver right there.
Oh man, that's disgusting. He looked like he got what's that when half your face is paralyzed? Stroke.
Oh man.
Yeah, stroke with cerebral palsy.
Bell's palsy.
Cerebral palsy. Yeah, Bell's palsy. He got that Jim Ross.
He got the Jim Ross shit.
WWE reference for y'all.
Oh god,
man,
that's very layered. I like that you do that.
Yeah.
Is this the new Crying Jordan?
Gotta be.
Wow.
It should be.
Crying Embiid meme.
God damn. Because he wasn't crying at first. Like Marc Gasol whispered some like really like probably touching
his
shit.
white girl.
His girl is there.
With his white girl.
His girl crying too.
Is she white or is she Latina? Or
nah,
some kind of China?
Lucky you got a white girl. Some black girl would be like, if you don't stop crying over a basketball game, you dumb motherfucker.
Nah, she's white. I saw her at Made in America this year. Them together.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh yeah, she's white as shit.
She got body?
Bad joint.
Let's bring her up.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a Latin?
She don't look white.
She looked like a Latin.
I told you.
Oh, and the Paula. Yeah, that's my fault.
What is her name?
Wait, Olivia Pearson?
And the Paula.
Yeah. The Paula, yeah.
I don't know. That could be
Latina.
some Eastern European shit. Who knows?
Nah, that could be Italian or it could be Latina. De Paula. Yeah, she's bad.
She's bad.
Yeah, she's super bad. Welcome to America, bro.
Yeah, she got a cowboy hat on. She's for sure white.
Look at that shit. Latinas put up with that crying shit. They're emotional.
Yeah, they're emotional.
Latin
beings.
dudes are emotional. Y'all get emotional. Ed, and you cry? Be honest. You cry? Latin dudes cry.
I'm drunk.
Oh, are you a happy drunk?
I'll get emotional. I'll get like really happy that I'm with my friends. Oh my god, I love you guys.
Yeah, that's some Latino shit. Y'all got all the emotions, bro.
Do you have like a go-to like drunk crying song with your friends? Like, oh man,
no, but if I go in like 3 triple whiskeys, yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that's 9 whiskeys, bro.
I was about to say like I was about 3 triple whiskeys, so like 9 shots of whiskey.
Dead.
God damn.
Damn,
Jesus
son.
Christ. So you were right at home. Is everything okay at home? Like, are you good? Like,
next time the episode's fucked up, we know why.
oh,
Jesus.
Man.
All right.
Bad.
Let's stop objectifying this girl, man.
I think Embiid's gonna come back. He needed this moment. He needed this moment to know how hard he has to work to get to that next level. And I feel like a lot of stars
can you do that with me in
that.
private, bitch? There's a bunch of cameras around.
Why
She
is
knew
he
what time it
crying
was.
in front of her,
She knew
though?
what
That
time
shit is
it
so
was.
crazy.
She's a Sports Illustrated model. She's like, oh, I'm about to get my shine too. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's not even on her. That's what she got to do exactly what she got to do, but do this in private, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't get her a badge? You know
true.
what it is? He don't want her in the locker room seeing them long dick. Jimmy Bucket's got the unit, bro. Jimmy Bucket's got a piece. He's like, nah, bitch, stay your ass outside here before you see the truth. Come on, bro.
Jimmy Bucket's got that Jimmy.
Dude, he got the
He earned that name.
Yeah, he got a James.
Drake said, I would do a freestyle just to use this as the art.
You see the press conference where like Brett Brown was like, man, he played like James today. And then they asked Jimmy Butler what he thought about that. He goes, no, my name's literally Jimmy. It's not
Like,
short
that's
for
on my birth
anything. I was born and they called me Jimmy.
Like I have a friend named Jeff, and everyone like calls him Jeffrey. Like that's no, it
nah,
says
it's
Jeff
just
on my on my birth certificate.
The best thing about Kawhi is he's never let Drake in.
I love it.
Him and Drake ain't homies.
I love it. That's what gives me hope for free agency. I'm like, I don't know, Drake. I wouldn't,
He's just too whack for what's he gonna go clubbing with Drake for what, dog?
What do they have in common? Like, mind you, he used to be a Jordan athlete.
He's the anti-Drake.
Now he's on New Balance. He wears straight back braids. Drake gets PTSD when he sees straight back braids. And on top of that, like, he just doesn't see I remember I interviewed him for All-Star Weekend, and we were just doing this thing on like playlists and shit. And he's like, I listen to Jay-Z and stuff.
Who?
Like
Kawhi?
Yeah,
Kawhi gave it up for God. You heard that?
Yeah,
that was dope.
Yeah,
Kawhi was like, I pray every single day. You know,
he had a big ass cross on his arm.
Say what?
I respect it.
He had a big cross on his arm.
Probably not the first guy with a cross that.
They be shouting out God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess
But apparently,
a lot of rappers talking about murder got Jesus pieces. You know what I mean? Poor Jesus just sitting there like this motherfucker.
Sending people to heaven for him.
This guy not.
They think God needs company.
Do you think Jesus is up there? Do you think Jesus is up there?
Hey, it's empty up there, bro. I got you. I'm gonna start shooting.
Do you think Jesus is up there when like rappers like murder people and he's like, I did this for Jesus Christ, and Jesus is like, come on, guy. Relax, bro.
I don't know what Jesus is up to, man.
Yeah.
Probably listen to this podcast.
Yeah, it's God's favorite
Shouts
podcast.
Shouts to you. That's our new slogan. God's favorite podcast.
Shout out
Real
to God,
talk.
bro.
Hey, Flagrant 2, God's favorite podcast. That's what's up, man.
Honestly, like if God and
that's
Jesus,
what's up.
is
We
who
are
we say
God's
he is.
favorite
I'm
podcast,
into it.
bro.
I'm into it.
We're his people. Like God and Jesus kicked it with like sinners and whores
Yeah.
and wild motherfuckers. Like we're his type of people. Like and so technically,
misfits.
We
God
would be.
loved the misfits, bro.
Yeah.
That's why we out here.
Trying to fix us. He don't need to spend time with like the fixed
He was a
people
man of
already.
the
Like
people.
they're good.
We're podcast of the people. You know what I mean? We out here.
Yeah,
it works.
And we're really just saying God, so you just insert yours.
Yeah,
you know what
True.
I mean. Like if it's not Jesus, then we're that your God's God.
Yeah,
no, we're your God's people.
Then you're Enos Cantor.
Yo, can we talk about? I think we're really overestimating how much Ramadan affects your play because, like, real talk. I want to have a press conference where it's like Ramadan. We talking about Ramadan? Ramadan? Like, are we really talking about Ramadan right now? Because it seems like every guy who plays during Ramadan plays well.
This was a daytime game though, so that's crazy. No fucking water during the game.
Yeah.
But here's
This
the thing,
game was
though.
like noon.
Here's the thing, though.
But he's from the desert. They're built that way. It's like when you see a camel walking and you're like, he hasn't drank in 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like, he's not supposed to.
Yeah.
Eating his camel.
You just called him a camel?
What?
You just called him a camel.
No, I'm saying if you see a camel.
Eating his canter jockey.
What I'm saying is, like, look, if an Irish guy is out there playing with no water, you're like, oh fuck, this is a big deal. These guys need water all the time. They're used to water. They're on an island.
Yeah.
But if you're from the desert, right? I imagine you're built to operate without some fucking, what is it?
Yeah.
Without some water. While I'm saying this, I'm questioning whether Turkey is the desert.
I was wondering that.
I have no
was
clue
wondering that.
whether
I'm
there's
like,
sand in Turkey whatsoever, and I'm starting to feel
I think you're
like
thinking of two
there's
different types of
no
Muslims right now.
sand
Like-
in Turkey.
I was wondering that because I know
Absolutely.
Istanbul's cracking. It's not like a desert.
Damn it. All right, so maybe it's impressive.
But they always make it a story with like players that are already good. Like I refuse to believe like Hakeem Olajuwon and Enes Kanter, only two Muslim players who played during Ramadan. Like they never make a mention of like.
Is anybody talking to him?
I guess not because he's already trash. Like
Do you know about Al-Farouq Aminu?
I do, but was he fasting? Do we know if he's fasting? Not every Muslim fasts.
Fake ass Muslims. So.
He might be.
Are you fasting?
I'm eating extra when the sun is up.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Hey, look, I got 2 waters here. The sun is up.
Sandwich just now.
I don't even eat pork. I said fuck it.
From Islam. That's what he fasts from.
I refuse to watch Rami for the past 2 months or whatever the fuck.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so apparently not, and I'm be honest with you, the water shit might be real. I did 1 day of Ramadan last year.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, right before we broke the fast, little milk and dates, the way Muhammad did it. Muhammad. Right. I felt really light on my feet. I felt energized. I felt like I could go. I wasn't weighed down from all these like foods that probably are filled with nonsense and are really difficult to digest. I think there might be something to limiting your diet during game days. And maybe, much like we limit practice during the season, you'll see other players limit what their intake is
Streamline
during a game day.
Streamline. You get you get the shit that you just need to get by.
Best diet apparently was Steve Nash. Apparently.
Which was?
He was like no sugar, no nut, like super strict, super disciplined. And that guy operated at a very high level at a very old age.
Steve Nash is a machine. Like people don't give him his fucking credit. Like before, like every game, he had the same exact fucking routine. Before
He would go to the practice facility, let his wife get fucked by his teammate.
Oh god!
I knew that's where he was going
Stretch
immediately.
out. You just didn't know how I was going to get there.
Yeah.
While he was stretching out, his wife was getting stretched out. It was a beautiful relationship that they had.
Hey, sometimes it works, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
get the 2 MVPs. You got to do what you can, man.
Dude.
But good for him.
You think he
of
would
all
have been
people.
able to be MVP if somebody wasn't fucking his wife?
You know, maybe he asked him. He's like, man, I need some time.
He got to focus on the game.
Yeah.
Listen, people find motivation in very strange ways. So, like,
Real
maybe,
talk. Maybe he
was
needed to be
fucking-
cucked.
Yeah.
Can we acknowledge
Aisha's
something?
just trying to get Stephen MVP.
He's that third one, yo.
All right, we're going to have to talk about that too because we haven't
haven't talked
spoken
to
about
Steph-
that.
talk about Stephen
when we get
Boyd
into
yet.
the Warriors series, we'll talk about. But there's something that I need to bring up that bothers me. Have you seen the eugenics commercial starring
Frank
Frank
Thomas? Yeah.
Okay. Who pitched this commercial? Because it's basically white wives telling their husbands that they ain't shit in front of Frank Thomas. Like they're just
And that they also wanna
blatantly
fuck Frank Thomas.
hitting on Frank Thomas,
Who also
right
doesn't
in
look
front of their
that great.
husbands.
I was about to say, like,
Yeah, he looks diabetic. He's just fat. He looks
He
like
wear
Charles
baggy
Barkley.
clothes. I don't even know if he's in good shape.
Dude, me neither. Me
probably
neither.
has a cyst under his neck we can't even see.
Bro, it is, but he's got great teeth. Oh,
fantastic
amazing
teeth.
smile.
Fantastic
$1 million
teeth,
smile.
yeah.
That's true.
But it is so uncomfortable watching these commercials, man. Don't play it because I don't want the audio to get flagged. But every single one is like, oh my God, Frank, you look so amazing.
Yeah.
Like, my energy's way up. It looks like it. And then this poor cucked out husband named Dave is like, well, what can I do to get energy like that? Would you like to fuck Rebecca while I watch? Is that a possibility? Look
Well,
at
I'm
this
telling
poor
you,
guy.
this is
Just
how-
got to sit there.
But you got to realize this is how, and I love to. I'm gonna pull
Look at
some.
this.
Got to pull some race in there anytime I get a chance to.
Jesus Christ.
This is how you
Cut
sell
his mic.
anything.
Holy shit.
This is how you sell anything, though. Like you sell insecure. This is how you sell insecure white men on anything. Put a big black guy on it. Like, oh man,
Frank
I
Thomas
love-
looked fat.
I'm not gonna lie, he looks pretty good.
But he looked fat.
He looks like Alonzo Bowden.
How old do they think Frank Thomas
He
is,
looks like
though?
George Foreman.
George Foreman's
That's just dark-skinned George Foreman.
How old do they think he is, though? Like,
Nah, he looks great.
He, look good.
He looks incredible.
his
What is he,
arms
50-something? He looks unbelievable. I take that back. But look at this guy.
Yeah,
What is
he
that
did look pretty
good.
politician
Yeah,
that
he's probably
showed
looking
his
like,
dick?
Anthony Weiner.
Anthony Weiner. Look at
What an
Anthony
unfortunately
Weiner.
named guy.
Frank Thomas is 50 years old.
50 years old.
Oh,
Looks
okay.
great.
He needs to look better
Good
for 50.
skin.
Yeah. For a black 50, he doesn't look
That's
that
what I'm
good.
saying.
He does look
Yeah,
good
yeah.
for a black 50.
Terry
Look at
Crews
the
probably
girls.
50. How old is Terry Crews?
I think he's got to be 50 plus.
Dude, this is so embarrassing. If my girl ever talked to a guy like this in front of me, then
It'd be a problem.
it would be a problem.
Terry Crews is also 50.
Oh, no shit.
Terry Crews looks great.
Crews is a good 50.
Actually, yeah. Terry Crews looks younger than Frank Thomas does.
Is that his girl?
No. Like in life? I don't think your
I
real
don't know.
girlfriend.
Porno before.
It is some porno setup
it
shit.
This is definitely a screenshot of a
He got big dick
It
energy.
makes me uncomfortable every single time I see this commercial, and I just, it bothers me, man. It fucking bothers me.
And it's fucked up how these white women are like, yeah, well, can't you be built like a former fucking all-star in baseball? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
This probably just a guy that's probably a fucking accountant or some shit.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, why aren't you built like Frank Thomas at 50 years old? What the fuck?
This bitch.
Anyway, back to basketball. What were we talking about?
Let's go
now?
to the West.
Oh, before we go to the West, I think we got to pay
some bills.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, it's 2019. Everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds, but before you go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon. Yes, that's right, Raycon. You know Ray J? You definitely know one of his conquests.
Absolutely.
Okay, Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbud on the market, and they sound just amazing. The company was actually co-founded by Ray J.
Support black business.
Damn right. And celebrities like Snoop Dogg are already obsessed. Raycon's E50 wireless earbuds have totally changed the game for me personally, because I did get a pair. Shouts to Ray J. Ray J. Ray J sent me a pair of earbuds. I was about to drop $179 at the Best Buy kiosk in LaGuardia Airport. Do you guys know those little things?
Yeah,
Those
I
are
hate
genius.
those.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
did talk
Uniqlo
the fuck out
and
of
Best
you for
Buy.
that.
Yes,
these-
that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So you realize that Best Buy is a waste of space.
Yeah.
Because you only want fucking earphones.
Yeah, this is the only way they can compete with Amazon.
Yeah, why are you yeah, but like, why is Best Buy the size of Costco? I want 2 items.
Because back in the day, you needed all that shit.
Right. But now you don't need anything. TVs maybe. Doesn't matter. Point being,
fridges.
these E50s, right? Wireless earbuds have totally changed the game. All right. Very good earbud. They actually fit my ears better than the AirPod. Because the AirPod, for me, they fall out. Maybe I have big ear holes or something like that, but like when I see people running with the AirPods,
Every earbud I've ever had falls out. I don't know what's wrong with the design of my ears.
Yeah.
But if the Ray J stays in, I'll cop that.
yo, I'm telling you,
The Ray J stays in, all right.
the Ray J is a perfect fit. And if you want Ray inside of you, I mean, let's be
God
honest.
knows I
Let's
do.
be honest. If there's
When
one thing
Ray
we know
is
about
inside
Ray
of
J,
you, good things happen. Okay?
That's true.
Now,
history has shown once
they
a
are
Ray J-
stylish. They are discreet. There are no dangling wires, no stems, nothing. Raycon offers the wireless earbuds for everyone in a range of fun colors and unbeatable price. Go to buyraycon.com/flagrant to get 20% off your order. That's buyraycon.com/flagrant for 20% off Raycon wireless earbuds. Remember, that's buyraycon.com. And if you've been eyeing a pair, now is the time to get an amazing deal. One more time, that's buyraycon.com
They're cute.
/flagrant. They're good.
Oh, I like it.
Good. But and this is something that was important to me. They had this part
Let me give you
that
sizes.
fits inside of your ear, and unlike the AirPods that just kind of sit there and dangle and they're like, they're just hope. It's just hope. This sticks in your ear, and then there's a part that kind of pushes against a part of your ear, so it's kind of locked there. Like I would feel way more comfortable working out or exercising these. So yeah, go to the buyraycon.com and get yourself some.
Support black business, baby.
Support black business.
Yes, sir. That's what we do.
Support black business. Support black business. Support black business. West Coast. Akaash, the West Coast playoff games. Did you witness any of them?
I did. I saw both games on replay, unfortunately, and I already knew the results.
And thoughts? Let's start with...
Wait, before we get to Blazers Nuggets, I don't think we spoke on the death of the Rockets.
No, well, that's part of West Coast.
Oh, I thought you were talking about both games yesterday.
No. Just in general, West Coast. We were going to talk about just in general West Coast.
The Rockets, I don't know how. I think they're done. I think they're done forever. I don't know what they do.
I think so, too.
What else? What do you think?
I think the worst signing, Daryl Morey gets all this credit.
Yes.
And this is the tough thing about being GM. One bad contract can fuck you. I don't know how you navigate Chris Paul's Supermax contract. I said letting Trevor Ariza go was stupid.
Yes.
I think wing defenders and wings are good, not only for the Warriors, but opening up the middle for Clint Capella if you got a stretch 3-and-D guy. And I don't know what you do. Chris Paul, if you didn't want to spend $10 million a year for Trevor Ariza for 3 years, you're going to spend $40 million a year for 4 years for Chris Paul. That luxury tax comes up to like $100 million a year.
And
they went into the luxury tax to keep Chris Paul?
I think they did.
Okay, so here's my question, Akaash. We have a guy named Chris Paul who has long been looked at as the premier point guard in the NBA. Many people would say the best point guard of our generation in the NBA. Yet he's never managed to translate that skill into winning at the elite level. Do we start to rewrite the narrative on Chris Paul as a player?
I've been said this. I've been said this time to have this combo. Like, for all the shit Melo gets, I don't know why Chris Paul doesn't get the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, they came in at around the same time. They've had, except for those Knicks years, obviously, because they sucked. He's never went to the finals. He's never went to a Western Conference final.
I have seen heroic, and I'm still giving him shit, but I have seen heroic Chris Paul games in the playoffs. Last year, he was a fucking hero, and then his body betrayed him. As it normally happens. Against the Spurs in the first round, they went 7. I think he pulled his hamstring and still had, I think, the game-winning shot in a crazy Game 7 on a pulled hammy. He got hurt. His body just breaks down, and we're going to have to rewrite the narrative at some point, because also other point guards' bodies don't break down, and you're shorter and slower than Steph.
To that point, being able to play is a skill.
The best ability is availability.
I knew you were going to say it.
Who said that?
I always hear that. Some guy on the ticket always says that.
I
think he took that from someone else.
But it's a great saying. The best ability is availability. Akaash Singh. You quoted that. 1984. When your parents looked at you and they're like, it's okay.
He made it. He got you.
They looked at him like,
Victor, the best ability is availability. You're here. We'll do it.
If there's one sentence that summarizes my entire life, that's probably it.
Always here first and on time and shit. He gets it. He fucking gets it.
You've carved a nice career for yourself out of availability, man. For real, it is true. So we go, and Akaz, I want to get your take on this. We go into a situation with Chris Paul.
Let's not take away from the fact that he played good. He played good.
27 points in a closeout game. He played well. But I want to see where we go from here with this, because they didn't lose to the KD Warriors.
They lost to the OG, the Warriors Classic, like I call them.
The Warriors Classic.
Warriors Classic. Draymond, Clay, Steph, Iggy. Took him out. And
God, did Iggy play well?
Yeah,
nobody's talking about this.
But him and like Rodney Hood are like the two
unsung
you
heroes.
guys are really good, and then you went to teams that were like really stacked, and you were like, oh, they're not that great, and now they get like, oh yeah, these guys are really fucking good.
Now the reason I say Iggy played well is because they schemed to make Iggy beat them, and he did.
And he did.
They left him open. Right? They followed Steph on the double team, or they would follow Clay on a double team. And when you do that, you leave one guy open. They're like, we're going to leave Iggy open. I don't think he'll be able to make those threes.
And he made him. And he made him. He was the key.
He hit him. Okay, so what is the narrative on Chris Paul? Where do we go forward with this? How do we feel about him?
I think he's one of the greatest point guards of all time. Okay. I think he's a legend. I think he's in a shit contract because he's not getting any younger.
Yeah.
He's going to only make more money. And everyone else, and it's not so much about the Rockets, it's about the entire Western Conference, how everyone else is going to be better than them next year.
Right.
Like, I don't see them being better than the Blazers next year. I don't see them being better than the Nuggets next year. I don't see them being better than the Thunder.
Yeah.
The Lakers will probably be back. They'll get somebody. The Clippers are going to get somebody. They'll be back.
You have to either...
The Spurs will be back.
You have to trade for somebody, and I don't know who's going to trade for your pieces, or you got to trade a shitty contract and then create cap room to get a Jimmy Butler or Kawhi. Kawhi not going there.
So I want to get to that next, which is like what the Rockets can do if they can do anything. But before we get there, I just want to speak on Chris for a second. I want to trash Chris so much because I hate him as a player. He's my least favorite player. Right. I just despise watching him. I hate all his little cheap flops. It's like everything that I hate about James Harden.
Every time
when he flails.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about James Harden is he only flails and flops when he's shooting.
Right.
Chris Paul will do that as the guy he's defending is just cutting to the basket without the ball.
Right.
He's a constant James Harden flail flop.
Yeah.
He is a fish on the deck of a boat. And it is so annoying to watch him do this. Just nonsense after nonsense. And I get it that he's doing it because he wants to win so bad.
And he's mad little and slow now and old now.
It's easier when you're younger. When he's young, he's like, wow, what a smart, heady player. What a smart defender.
Right.
Well, look at him baiting these guys.
Right.
When he's older, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
He about 5'9".
Yeah.
They list him at 6. He ain't no fucking 6.
No.
He's such an effective 5'9". And don't get me wrong, he's a wildly competitive player.
Ox.
I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to be objective about someone who I truly despise watching. I would even go so far to say that Chris Paul is going to be the type of guy whose grandkids hate him.
Oh my God! Why? For what?
And I guess he could be a totally different person off the court than he is on the court. I doubt it. But like, he's the type of guy who no one enjoys playing with him. But he's so good that you put up with it.
Tolerate him.
You tolerate Chris. You don't enjoy. You tolerate because he adds so much, right? And eventually, what happens with those guys is they stop providing, and your tolerance goes way down. It's like if you're a side chick for some rich dude, and then he loses all his money. All of a sudden, it's like, why am I with this 80-year-old guy? What the fuck is going on here? And I think that might be the type of dude Chris is. I think that Chris might be that annoying, competitive. Like, he's a bowler. Like, you take bowling seriously when you're already a professional basketball player. Like, you just can't let go of a ball at any point in time. And say, do you really want to bowl with Chris Paul?
No.
After playing basketball with him for a season? Like, he can't call for the screen like this. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Like, his whole body's got to move when he's bullying you into giving him a screen. And I think you're going to see a situation similar to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, where such a skilled player, and then after he no longer can offer skill, you're going to see a lot of people turn on him. Now, don't get me wrong, great man, incredibly philanthropic.
That's the difference between Kareem and Chris Paul. Like, people like Kareem the man. Like, he treated like media people like shit.
Right.
Like, a lot of people probably didn't like playing with him.
Right.
But as a man, he's very well respected.
Right.
So, and it might be the same thing with Chris Paul. He's the president of the NBPA and shit. So, like, maybe there's a respect
outside
factor
of his
there.
basketball, like what he's done community-wise, the guy gives back a lot and he puts his time in. I 100% respect that.
Yeah.
100%. I just know that the second that skill level decreases,
I'm like, fuck this guy.
You're not going to have someone yell at you like that on the bench. Like, you've seen those moments where he's yelling at Harden, Harden's like, fuck out of here, like swipes away. That's him doing that to someone that he respects.
Yeah. In a fucked up way, kind of reminds me of Carmelo. Like, once the skill level left, teams were like, I ain't fucking
dealing with this diva shit.
And I love me some Melo, but like, we saw like people just they put up with a lot of his bullshit. because he was supremely talented at one point, and then when they didn't have to, they didn't want to. Yeah, I get it.
And he's getting $40 million a year. Oof. He's got the new Melo contract. Matter of fact, that's the worst signing of the last 10 years.
But at least you could trade Chris Paul. He doesn't have a no trade clause.
Okay, Melo's still worse.
Melo's still the worst.
I think Chris Paul's no trade clause is the $40 million.
Yeah,
like
nobody.
Who's going to?
That's what makes it worse to me.
Yeah,
that's what makes it a worse contract because like you can't. Nobody's going to want that.
You know who I would take if I'm an organically tanking team? I'd say I'll give you $40 million in contracts. Give me 5 first-round picks. I'll take Chris Paul.
And then that comes off the books in like 2 years, and
2 years, 3 years, and now I got cap space. I'm going to be bad because Chris Paul can't carry a team by himself.
Isn't there a rule that says you can't give like
consecutive years? You can do every other year. So the next 10 years, I get.
So, I mean, that's a really interesting. That is a really interesting trade potential because it is all about. Get rid of fucking Chris Paul.
And if you're if I'm an organically tanking team and I look at a team like the Rockets, that's the most desperate team out there because they're so close, but they know they fucked up and this is their window. It is closing. Here I can give you a couple more years on your window. But if I take Chris Paul, I'll give you a couple more years on your window. If you sign Jimmy Butler and I take Chris Paul, now look at you. Here you go. Just give me 5. Sacrifice your future for your window. But I think 5 first-round draft picks. I'll take this contract. I'll give you some whatever short-term deals I got. Maybe even 1 or 2 of them can contribute. Do your thing.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea, and we should have a discussion about the future of the Rockets. Before we leave the Chris Paul scenario, I just want to point out that there a story leaked.
Yeah.
Where apparently Steph Curry wanted to shoot around at the Rockets facility, and then Chris Paul found out about it, and he said, you can't do that here. Now, my initial reaction was, typical Chris Paul, what a fucking douchebag, annoying. And I spoke to some folks in the league. Apparently, this is wildly common.
Yeah, of course.
Like, what? I mean,
of course,
Jimmy Butler did it to the Raptors.
Of course, yeah.
So there are certain guys in the Raptors, I guess they want to shoot around, and Butler was like, "We're not having it." And apparently, this is gamesmanship. This is not Chris Paul being
the game
the
outside
douchey,
the game,
floppy guy. This is strictly.
I was wondering why you hadn't brought it up yet.
I wanted to bring it up.
Cutting the AC on too high or too low.
Right.
Same thing as fucking sending like old pizza to Michael Jordan's room and he gets the fucking flu or stomach bug. Like,
right.
It's the game outside the game.
Well, that's poison. That's crazy.
Is it poison?
That's poisoning somebody.
Also, if you're
pizza, that's nuts.
That's the second
theory.
You
can't shoot free throws is a little different than here's poison. So
that's the second theory.
If you're Michael Jordan, you're in the league 15 years. Why are you having pizza delivered to Michael Jordan?
Yeah. I don't know if it was pizza, but like that's the second theory.
Have it delivered to Michael Jordan. Nobody will fuck with it.
I think there was like a rogue delivery guy. I was like, this is going to Michael Jordan's room.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We've also heard hungover. We've also heard all kinds of shit.
Those are the theories.
I heard that's what I thought it was.
I think
the
it was
hangover. But essentially, this is quite a common thing in the league, and so I'm not going to trash Chris anymore. I was ready to fucking lay into him in this episode because of it, but I feel that if it's something every team does, I got to give him the pass.
Right. Steph made him pay though.
I love that.
Steph made them fucking pay.
So here's the question.
And that was the game he needed for us to get off his ass.
So do we jump right to Steph, or do you want to talk about what the Rockets can do to potentially win, or what can they do? Is there anything they can do? What can they add?
I said the only thing I think they can do is try to get rid of that contract.
I think they're strapped. I think they're handicapped, man. That's $200 million in your backcourt alone. Like, and Clint Capella he's a valuable player, but he's only valuable in that system. Running, dumping, jumping, dunking, all that shit, getting blocks and shit. Like, they are handcuffed. Unless they're ready to blow this shit up, which I don't think they do. I think they're going to sign everybody back up. They're going to try and give it another shot next year. They're going to probably go out in the second round again next year. And then that's going to be Harden's legacy.
That's what made not re-signing Ariza so weird. Sorry, last point. Everything is right now. Yeah. But I don't want to pay the luxury tax for a valuable person. Last year when we played the Warriors, him and PJ Tucker were equally valuable. And they were like, well, let one of them go. We don't want to pay the luxury tax. Here, Chris Paul, here's $40 million a year. I just couldn't understand why you wouldn't pay an extra 10.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that. My suggestion for the Rockets, just wait. I think the Warriors are going to get blown up. And if the Warriors get blown up, I feel very confident that you'll be coming out of the West.
You think so?
I think that the Rockets have a more a bright future than many people seem. We know KD is leaving, or at least feel very confident KD is leaving. There's a chance Clay could leave as well.
There's a chance Draymond could leave.
There's a chance maybe Draymond could leave. Yeah. Things could move around.
Draymond has to leave at the end of next year, right?
I think
also,
so, yeah.
Iggy's getting old.
Yeah, I've been waiting on that.
Iggy's getting
and
old.
Another quiet thing people aren't realizing: Draymond signed to Clutch Sports now. Clutch, they get their fucking money. So if the Warriors aren't gonna give him the max,
somebody
gonna get the max.
Somebody gonna get it.
Yeah,
and it is an interesting thing where, yes, it's sad to be a Rockets fan right now, but next year you could be the front runners.
If the Warriors don't give Clay a supermax, he might leave.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him for it. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Steph. Big Dick Steph. Big Dick Steph doing Big Dick Steph things.
He's back.
This guy had
He's fucking back.
A troubled week, obviously coming to the defend his wife after she said some questionable things on the Red Table Talks, and he came back and. He went, I think, 0 for 9 or something in the first half.
0 points in the first half.
0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. And I tweeted a picture and I posted a picture of Instagram and I was like, damn it, Aisha, or something like that. You got to get rid of Aisha. Then he comes back and scores 31 in the second half and hits 2 massive
33.
threes. Sorry, 33.
33.
Jesus' number. Shouts to the God. He put up 33, bro.
Stepped on their fucking neck in the fourth
Massive.
quarter. I mean, he's supposed to do.
He did the Steph things that we were used to him doing, right? He did the Steph thing before KD. And, we had said on this podcast before that the Warriors are way more exciting without KD.
Yeah.
It's not that it's too easy. It's just a more boring type of basketball. Yeah. We got that exciting basketball back.
And that's why
seeing Steph launch those step to the side threes, seeing Steph shoot off the dribble with someone right in his face,
shaking motherfuckers,
go to the basket, like you
motherfuckers got to go back and guard him at 40 feet. Now he's baking.
One of those times where you're like, man, this guy truly is an unselfish player because he could do this every night on his own team, and he has chosen to step back and allow KD to be the first option on his team, and he got some rings because of it. But it was one of those moments where I was like, wow, this man is on a different level of no ego.
That's true.
D Wade, I'm trying to pull up the tweet right now because Dwayne Wade, and this is the best thing about like these like great players not being in the playoffs right now, because you can see them like live reacting to these games, and he had such a fantastic fucking tweet about it, and I want to find it. God damn
Look for it.
Y'all better stop disrespecting Steph Curry. Just because he's a team first guy and is willing to sacrifice his moments doesn't mean he's not still a beast. Boom, right there.
Absolute beast.
And Hoopers get it. Hoopers fucking get it, bro.
Dwayne Wade of all people.
Yeah, he is the number one. If there's anybody
I feel like
more
Dwayne
qualified,
Wade said that about himself.
Yeah, if there's anybody more qualified to talk about people sacrificing for somebody who's like an otherworldly talent.
Let's think about it. Dwayne Wade got a ring by himself and then invited 2 other superstars to his team that he knew were going to get some of the credit.
Most of the credit.
And that's really what Steph did.
And then told LeBron after year 1, yo, you gotta be the alpha.
Yeah.
You have to take it. That's how we win.
No,
the share the ball thing in Morgan.
So what are we thinking? Do we think that
I think Steph's back. I think Steph is back.
When is KD back? That's the question.
If KD's out the rest of the playoffs, I still don't think they win the championship.
I think what they said is he will be out this series against Portland, but he can be back for the finals. I think that's
they
what
said he's doubtful for. Well, he's not playing this game, and he's doubtful for game 2. That's what they said.
Oh, he could come back this series.
It's possible, but they said they're going to reevaluate it from next week. I think
they're being very
vague,
and that makes me think he might be out longer, but maybe not.
But he wants them to He wants them to prepare for potential KD.
Yeah.
And I think the Blazers aren't dumb enough to not think that they're not going to get KD eventually in the series. But
I'm not sure they win this series without KD. And maybe I'm crazy, but they have limited depth. Look at Steph's minutes, 43, 44, then 34 in Game 6. That's a lot of minutes, and without KD, it only stands to increase. Dame had a 4 overtime game in a 7-game series, but the rest of his games, 36 minutes, 29 minutes, 34 minutes, 45 in Game 7. But
Blazers got depth though.
They got depth.
Seth Curry could spell you
and
for
you
a couple
just
games.
run. The game plan on Steph is you switch every screen onto him.
Yeah.
And every matchup is on Steph. Make him play D, make him run through screens, wear him out. And then Clay and CJ is not a wash, but like Clay going to use a lot of energy guarding CJ too.
Not going to hold you right now.
CJ
if it's Clay versus CJ,
I'm
taking CJ, bro. I'm taking CJ right now, bro. As
That's
a
a
bucket,
tricky one.
I'm taking CJ right now.
That's a tricky one.
He took over that game 7.
but he wasn't playing against Clay.
He was playing against Jamal Murray, who's
well,
probably
let's-
playing better than Clay right now.
No,
No, he
not
wasn't.
defensively.
He's being guarded by Torrey Craig, who's a good defender.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he's
Okay.
not. He's
I'll
not
give you
Clay
that. I'll give
level
you that.
defense. But I want to talk about the Trailblazers because I feel like the Trailblazers have always been Miles in Into the Spider-Verse. You guys seen that movie?
Nah, I haven't
Miles
seen it.
Morales.
Miles Morales.
They're the multiverse warriors.
Right? Where, real talk, where it's like, we're like, here's this kid who has all this potential. They have all these gifts. Here's the team who has all the potential and all these gifts. They just can't get him to work when they want.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, this playoffs, they figured out how to use their superpowers. The thing that we've always said about the Trailblazers was, man, they've 2 guys that can get a bucket whenever they want. So even if you shut down Dame, CJ will take over. And then last playoffs, it didn't happen. The playoffs before that didn't happen. This fucking playoffs, Dame's water turns off, and CJ's like, "Oh, I get buckets. Did you forget I get buckets? I mean, hit him with the game clinching shot. Did the same stone face.
Yep.
Like, hey, Splash Brothers, we are coming.
We need a name for them.
The Night Kings. Bro, like, real talk, emotionless like the Night Kings. Like, they are the White Walkers, fam. They are coming for it.
Bro,
they want that.
I like that.
And they've been
that.
Nurkic went down. And
Don't
they
care.
They all right.
I
Hood
mean,
might be down.
Enes is like
Came up.
he's
Don't
like
matter.
a diet Nurkic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
Enes is underappreciated.
Yeah.
He is the trash, but when you think about it, when they're coming against the Warriors have nobody in the post you have to worry about.
Oh,
His
and
D
that's-
is meaningless.
That's why if KD's not there, he's going to be the key to that series because Enes is probably the second top 3 best offensive rebounders.
He got to
in the
eat up
game.
Draymond. He got to eat up
And
Draymond.
anybody who can get extra possessions against the Warriors, they have a problem defending. If you don't got Boogie, you got old Andrew Bogut, KD's not in there. You got Draymond having to play these guys who, he could probably get in there and spell you for a couple minutes, but like Enes he's a low down there.
and let's talk about it. Steph is not holding Dame.
He's not.
Clay has a shot to hold CJ, but let's say they make that switch and they go, yo, Clay, why don't you hold Dame?
CJ gonna
CJ
eat,
is
dog.
cooking up
He's gonna
Steph.
eat.
And I'll be honest with you, Dame got some D. I'm not saying that it was I'm not saying
He's not a turnstile.
locked down, but he's not a turnstile.
He's not a turnstile,
He
yeah.
could stay in front of you. This is going to be a very interesting series.
And he's from Oakland too.
Oh, he wants
Like,
it.
ooh,
he
this is
wants
it.
it bad.
And they got his
They've been
brother.
waiting for it.
He got Seth on his team too. Like this is it right here. This is the matchup I wanted. Like everybody's like it should have been Rockets and Warriors. I'm like this series is gonna blow it out the water.
we could
His
ha-
parents, real quick, the
Yeah.
Curry parents rooting one for Seth and one for Steph. If y'all don't both root for fucking Seth, let this motherfucker have something
Doesn't
for
Steph
God's
have
sake. God damn! Steph ain't got enough. You can't let Seth get a fucking ring, mom. Shit. I'd be so fucking heated if I was Seth.
Yo, deadass, I really gonna root for both of us, really?
Bitch, are you crazy?
I respect it. God
Yo,
damn.
that's funny, man. That's
My
what they
God.
said they were going to root for.
One of them is gonna alternate. One's gonna root for one brother, one's gonna root for the other, and then I guess they switch or they flip a coin or whatever the fuck. You crazy?
Yeah,
Steph
you got
gets
root.
it.
You got to root for Seth.
Steph rooting for Seth on some level. Look at his little fucking kid, some little orphan ass brother.
He really looks like Alfred E. Newman Steph.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Alfred E. Newman?
That's the Mad magazine.
The fucking logo.
Yo,
the
Get the Mad
so
Get the
funny.
Mad
Oh,
magazine logo
so
up.
funny.
You know the
Fuck.
kid on it, and then
my
get
God.
an image of Seth Curry up as well. It's Alfred E. Newman is the name of the kid, but they look fucking identical.
Oh, shit. I would not have. I would not have.
All right,
known the
keep
guy
that
whose
one.
name
Keep
was,
that
man.
one, and then wait till you get the picture of Seth Curry that I'm thinking about. And that's not the one, but there's a Seth Curry picture.
Oh my
that
god,
looks
that's so good.
like
Holy
if
fuck.
Steph was Alfred E. Newman, that would be his brother. Wait for it. Go.
Let's wait for it, bro. Who do you got? Who
Here
you
it
got
is.
taking this?
Here it is. Here it is.
It's so goddamn funny.
And that's a generous pick of Seth, if we're going to be honest with each other. Seth does not look like that. That looks like Deron Williams.
You got to get him with the headband on. That's when his ears is a little bit more floppy. Yeah, right there. Boom. Right up there. There you go. There it
Get him smiling.
There it is.
Bro.
That's it right there. That's the one. Oh my God, that's so good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Poor dude. So who you got? If there's no KD, no Boogie?
Hey, man, I've been riding with Dame since March.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Dame.
Ride to the wheels fall off.
Hey, how's that Kyrie looking? We haven't talked about that because he lost so early.
Yeah.
He lost on Wednesday, so after we filmed Patreon, it was over for him, and we just forgot.
We missed it.
It's such old news that Kyrie lost.
Kyrie is such a future Knick. He did us a solid by tanking the Celtics for it.
Well, if there's one thing the Knicks are good at,
he's
it's
already
tanking.
won the hearts of Knicks fans everywhere by single-handedly shooting the fuck out of the Celtics.
Knicks
out
don't
of
want
the
nothing to
series.
do with it, bro. We don't want nothing to do with it.
I'm good.
I'll
I'll be mad at it, but
I got Golden State. I
Okay.
think Steph is going to do Steph things, and I think it's going to be the most exciting series in the playoffs because we're going to get to see old Steph. I think Steph is going for 30 every night
He has
minimum,
to.
and he has to.
Yeah.
I think Clay is going to go crazy on buckets, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be amazing. I think CJ and Dame show up, but nobody else shows up on Portland, and I think you'll get some decent.
I think
big
we'll get a
games
Seth Curry game
from role players, maybe, but I think you get some decent games from role players on Portland. But I
think
definitely
Hood
put my
needs to
money
be
on
healthy
Golden
too.
State.
They need all hands on deck.
Yeah.
I do think it matters that Golden State got no depth, and Iggy's older.
Right.
Like, so Iggy can't. If Iggy had to play a lot of minutes, 5, 6, 7 games, I think he's going to start to wear down. I think.
I mean, Kevon Looney's been playing well, and I think what's his face, Jordan Bell.
Yeah, but they ain't going to change the game. Right, they're just going to be there.
I think he has to be somebody to step up and go up against Enos and go up against these big guys that they got.
Do what? It's not like they get buckets offensively. You still need scoring.
No, I'm just saying, just keep him off the boards. Give him extra opportunities.
Sure.
That's what you need to do. No one's counting on Kevon Looney or Bell or any of these guys to
That's
get
all
them
I'm saying.
20.
They're not going to be difference makers.
Yeah.
Draymond might have to do some work. But
It'll be a Draymond game.
I see Golden State. I really see Golden State coming out, but I think it will be a fun, entertaining series nonetheless.
I'm rooting real hard for Portland.
Yeah, and dude, I'm impartial now. I only wanted the Rockets to lose, so that's why I was rooting for Golden State. And let me tell you guys, all you Golden State fans, you are lucky because it is fun.
It's easy.
It is so much fun.
Yeah.
When your team shoots and it goes in all the time, it's so much fun.
What is that like?
I have no clue what that's like. Right? As a Knicks fan, to see things go your way, to get calls, to step out of bounds and then
Game
pass
sevens
it,
on the
and then
road?
the refs just don't see it. This is an insane idea. Wait a minute. To beat the Rockets? Do you know how crazy that is for a Knicks fan to experience? So I'm very grateful for that.
If KD's not a factor, I got the Blazers taking this.
Yeah.
I got the Blazers taking this. I think this is Dame's time. I think he's gonna take the Steph matchup personally, especially that there's no KD. He's taking this matchup personally.
That is one thing. Denver had an effective game plan to stop Steph. I don't know if Golden State has the personnel to do that.
Yeah. And it definitely
Stop
isn't
Dame.
Seth. If that's their plan on stopping Steph is Seth, then you're as unprepared as Cersei. Because you have a dragon coming at you, and Seth is...
Yeah, I might have said Steph.
ship.
I'm saying I said Denver had an effective game plan to stop Dame.
Yeah.
Denver limited Dame.
Yeah.
But they got bodies, they got defenders, they're deep. Golden State don't got depth in defense like that. So I think if Dame goes off, I think that'll... I don't know. I think that can carry.
That's what makes it for a more fun series. None of them are that deep. It's a star-heavy team.
Yeah.
And it's going to come down to their best players.
You know what's an underrated thing about CJ McCollum, too? He seems to have legs for days.
They
that
both
4
do.
overtime game.
They both do. It's unbelievable.
Dame didn't have a great series, so I'm going off this last series.
Yeah.
But in the 3rd overtime, CJ McCollum's still getting buckets. In the 4th quarter, they played 45 minutes each in the last game, and CJ McCollum was tearing up the 4th.
Warm out.
There's that step back. Foul line extended jumper that he hit. But
15-footer.
when you play 42 minutes running up and down the floor and your quads still have it in you to stop on a dime, push back and elevate, you're on roids. Yeah. You're on PEDs or something, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if all these young guys are, but That is unreal.
That's crazy.
Cardio, unreal leg strength. Like, man. I think Portland takes it. I even think Portland takes it if they get KD, because they're not going to get KD 100%. They're gonna get a little gimpy KD, and even if he does, like, I don't think he's gonna have that same that same effectiveness that he did before.
You've also said if they make
down.
it to the finals, you think Giannis and the Bucks would take him.
I do.
Let me tell you what the NBA does not want:
Milwaukee,
Portland.
Now, you know what? I think it's different.
This is where white people go to die.
I think it's
a Milwaukee Portland finals would be suicide.
Hey.
Are you kidding me?
Great food in those cities. Great food in both of those cities. But I think it's different. I don't think it's like the early 2000s.
First of all,
it's like
the food is not that great.
What, in Milwaukee?
I've been to both these places. They just put cheese on things. It's not that exciting.
That's pretty
Great
great.
barbecue.
That's pretty great.
First of all, you're Indian. You don't know anything about cheese. You have one type of cheese. Don't get excited
Who
over
knows
cheese.
more about cheese than the people who worship cows?
Facts.
The people who don't.
The one who eat them.
People who devour every part of the cow, including the cheese.
That's why you don't get the good cheese.
You
You're
leave it up
killing
to
them too
us.
fast.
Y'all got one cheese, paneer.
I know. To be honest, I don't even really like it that much.
No,
We're being
cheese.
completely vulnerable with each other here.
That's all they do. I'm telling you, these places where they tell you they're foodies, it's a crock of shit. It's because they have nothing else in their city, and food is the easiest thing to market around. Like, you can put an egg on a hamburger. You're not fucking Columbus. You didn't discover something genius about hamburgers, okay? Every time I go to Portland or what's another foodie city?
New Orleans got great food.
No, so New Orleans is different. New Orleans is not a foodie city. It's not a city who goes, look at our great cuisine. It's a city who's like, hey, we're going to be just eating shrimp in the back of a yard. You want to come by? And then that becomes, oh, it's a boil.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Portland is like, hey, do you want to have the same meal that you usually have sitting down standing because you got out of a truck?
I
Right, like they have a whole
Like Austin.
center of trucks. I
Yeah.
went after my show. It's just 4 trucks that are parked and never move. Hey, that's a restaurant. You just have an
delicious, though.
outdoor food commons. That's an outdoor dining commons.
Like
You're not a food
markets
truck
and shit?
anymore.
Yeah.
You're just making me eat cold and in the rain. And you call yourself a foodie city so that people have a reason to go there.
Yeah.
I'm going there for the Nike store and I'm going there for the Adidas store.
Facts.
That's the
Facts.
only reason.
If you got that employee pass at the Nike Adidas store,
That's all.
it's like Wonderland, bro.
Stop telling me these tacos are that much better.
60% off discount, baby.
That's
Beautiful.
our Disneyland.
It is our
Dog.
Disneyland. I
Dog.
spend every penny I make when I
Facts.
do comedy there
Facts.
at that Nike store.
My God.
It's better than a casino. They should have never opened casinos. They should open Nike stores at a discount. If you want guys to spend money at a casino, I'll lose $300. I'll feel horrible, right? At a Nike store, I'll buy 17 pairs of Roche Runs. Nobody's worn those sneakers in 2 years.
I was about to say, like, Roche's.
I'll buy 17 pairs of Roche Runs, and I'll walk out of there and go, why did I just buy yellow Roche Runs?
Because it was there.
It was 40%
Because it was
off.
like $20.
It's 40%
like 5
off.
pairs
That's all you
and
need
shit.
to
Yeah.
do, okay? But if you tell me that a taco coming out of this truck is some elite taco, does it have salsa? Check. Does it have cilantro? Check. Was it served to me by a guy who looks Mexican? No. It's by some fucking white guy.
Yeah.
And I gotta believe this is the right type of tacos?
Listen, I
Portland, give it a rest.
What's the guy's name? What's the Flavor Town guy? What's his name?
I don't know.
You know Flavor Town. What's his fucking name?
Only flavor I know is Flav.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
I
Yeah,
fucks
I
with that
believe
guy.
Guy Fieri. Anything Guy Fieri says. So
What'd he
said
say?
He said Portland was a foodie city. So I was like, all right, I guess it's a foodie city.
Son, it's a mirage. It's a mirage.
I'm trying to go to Flavor Town, bro.
Do you know what it is? This is what it is. Okay.
My favorite food cities are New Orleans and
New
New
Orleans by
York
far.
and Chicago. These are
Yo,
the 3
can
top.
I be honest with you? New Orleans, delicious food, never markets themselves as food.
They don't need to.
They market themselves as like a party,
Party
city.
city.
They don't need to because you could buy booze in a drive-through. Like, why the fuck would you talk
You can
about
buy
the food?
booze while you're driving. It's insane.
They had that in Texas too,
right?
to be honest
Of
with
course you do.
Yeah.
And low key, Texas, dope food city.
Houston. Love Houston food.
Dude,
Beautiful barbecue.
I almost
They
don't
got
want to give
fucking, like-
Austin credit because of
Yeah,
they really
cucks.
ride themselves on that
Yeah.
food, but Their food, they do have some bomb food. I'm not gonna lie.
What Houston got on Austin though is that like after the clubs, like you leave the clubs and you get like a fucking like fried catfish with like mac and cheese like in the trunk.
It's Austin with black people.
That's what Houston has on Austin. Black people. You just described it.
It's the fucking
it's not the catfish. It's the black people.
It's the black people making the catfish and other foods black people eat.
So, Chicago never markets themselves as food. They have the pizza thing, which isn't even their best.
Not their best shit.
It's not their best.
I'm
food.
not a deep dish guy anyway.
It's not their. You know what? You know what makes Chicago's food good?
What?
Working class. It's just working class food. No fancy shit.
Milwaukee working class.
Milwaukee. Listen, Milwaukee's. They have good cheese. Wisconsin has good
give it up with the cheese. You can't even give it up for the cheese.
No, they have good cheese.
They can't even get the cheese props.
They have the good cheese, but they really everybody thinks they're special when they put egg on a burger, and it's not that crazy a concept. The other one you said was New York.
Yeah, fantastic food here,
guys.
Everybody acts like it's not. Any kind of food you want, you get the best of that here, pretty much.
I don't even want to say.
Maybe not best, top 3.
I don't even want to say it, but it's true. And there's a neighborhood for whatever type of food you want.
Yeah.
Literally whatever type. And it's maybe the only bargain in all of New York City. You can get reasonably priced, high-quality food, can you not?
Yeah, considering it's high quality. I also spent $50 on empanadas yesterday, so, you know, whatever.
You can get very expensive dog shit here, too.
Yeah. No, Empanada Mama's the spot. Anybody in New York, that's the fucking spot.
Okay. That's a good one?
Mm-hmm. Solid. Where's that?
I'm off the bread. Okay, I just got really triggered by this Portland has great food thing. It's the truck. What the truck does is it sets an expectation low because your brain cannot.
It's improv.
It's improv. That's what it is.
It's improv food.
I'm eating out of a truck. There's a truck, right?
I'm never blown away by food trucks except halal. That's it.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Shouts to my Muslim brothers and sisters.
No, it's a fire food truck. And I don't want to sound like that guy.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, there's a food truck called Slutty Vegan. That is,
get the fuck out of here, dog.
No.
This is a Patreon. I'll be talking to you much differently.
No. Trust me on this shit, bro.
Trust me on this. As a black man, this hurts me to fucking hear you talking like this, man. This shit is crazy.
Yo,
dog.
Andrew gonna bust your ass one-on-one, dog. Andrew gonna bust your ass one-on-one.
First off,
we should have talked about this at the beginning of the episode.
First off, I'm unlocking my vegan powers.
Oh,
so like I'm not getting
gay, dog. You get your ass busted.
So you're gonna take a nap halfway through the game?
No, see, I won't take naps now.
I hate when vegans act like they got all this energy.
Nah, I don't feel that much different.
Yeah,
I just don't get the itis
so
like directly
awake.
after I eat. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but that's the best part about eating. Eat a big meal, take a nap. Like nobody eats a meal.
Yeah,
big meal.
everybody in the world has trouble sleeping. Let me get itis.
Yo,
have a meal.
This whole time,
black
people have had a superpower, and it's the ability to fall the fuck asleep whenever. Okay.
I never had a black friend can make it through a movie.
Son, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm telling you, I just figured out what it is.
Son, Jamil has fallen. My boy Jamil. I've probably spoken about him on this podcast. Yeah. This guy can fall asleep in any situation possible. Dude, I would be concerned about sending him overseas to fight for the United States Army because there could be carpet bombs going on, and this guy would snooze
right through
every single one of them.
It's a gift.
Yo, I was at my friend's house, fell asleep on his floor using a 35-pound dumbbell for a pillow. Knocked out 4 hours.
Easy.
Clean.
Wow.
Easy.
I respect it.
It's unbelievable. The ability to just go to sleep.
Oh my God.
So there's something to it. Okay?
Listen, it's not going to help you when we go one-on-one, though. So.
Nah, Kaz, you should eat some meat.
I'm saying, bro, I was
use that as an excuse, but
I'm not using no excuse.
So for those who don't know,
we haven't spoken about this
on
the regular.
We haven't spoken on regular episode. We should have opened with this. Maybe we'll edit. Who knows? Andrew and Kaz, it came up during a Patreon episode. What would happen if they played one-on-one?
Yeah.
Andrew was convinced he would give Kaz buckets. He says Kaz is nothing but a jumper. Kaz says Andrew is nothing but a right hand. He says if you force Andrew to his off hand, nothing happens.
Yes.
So the trash talk has commenced, and we're trying to set a date for a one-on-one game.
We do need a date. And
we all agreed I would get crushed by both of them. But the two of them, that's up for debate.
I think you give Kaz a run for his money.
Oh, that don't need to be an insult, fam. I don't need to become a part of the trash talk.
See how he does you? See how he does you after you stick it up for him? That's what you get,
I was trying to say, look at what's going to happen to you. This is literally Oh, it wasn't the Kawhi shit. I thought it was about to be the Kawhi shit. But look at bop, and you're done.
It's going right every time. It's going right.
Nah. Okay, but keep believing that. But okay, so yeah, obviously we're gonna play this game. I don't know where Kaz got the idea that he could compete against me in any physical sport whatsoever. But I'm gonna take on the 6-0 40 time Kaz Famuyide, and I'm gonna bust his ass. I think he gets 2 points tops.
So how does it feel tops. Like since I ran that 6.0 40? Like when you lose to me, like how does that?
It's what you're describing right now cannot happen. It cannot happen.
All right, Dr.
Me
Strange.
losing to you in what do you say?
It cannot happen.
Dr.
Oh
Strange.
yeah, exactly. Like it cannot happen. I've went through every single scenario. And I feel like we've done this on the Patreon app. This exact thing. There's no way that I can lose to you in a game of basketball. What we're talking about, what we're splitting hairs about now, is how many points I'll allow you to score.
Okay.
And I think it's in the window between 2 and 4.
Here's the thing.
This is a game to 11, correct?
This is a
by
game to
ones.
11?
Game to 11 by ones. I think that I'll let you score between 2 and 4 points.
Here's the thing. It's
but
a
yeah.
one-on-one game, right?
Yeah.
So like, if you score, I get that, right?
Yeah.
But then you have to like stop me, and you're too small. Like I can take my time.
You don't know.
I can literally walk you down 7 straight times or 11 straight times.
Let me tell you something.
And score anytime
That's why
I
you're
want
not
to.
eating meat, Kaz. I can't have you being all skinny.
Guys.
I'm
guys.
not, yo,
Let
bro.
me tell you something.
Listen.
This is crazy. What you're talking about is crazy.
Listen. You don't have to
Kaz the
play
slutty
like,
vegan.
You have to play defense too.
Kaz the slutty vegan gonna be backing down Andrew. I need black ass Kaz eating ribs off his girl's plate.
Oh, please believe after I bust his ass, he gonna go back to eating meat. Listen,
No,
you
have
gonna
to
eat
play-
my meat,
you have
and
to
then
play
you gonna eat
defense
me afterwards.
Wow. Set it up. Set it up, bro. That's all I need to know. Just set
Let me
it
tell
up,
you, bro.
yo.
When you
have to play defense. It's
Kaz,
you versus.
Kaz,
You
Kaz,
can't.
Kaz, Kaz.
You can't call for help.
You won't get a
can't
single shot off around the
You can't fucking
basket.
come and like play help
Guys,
defense.
you won't get a
with somebody,
single shot
like,
off around the
off
basket.
Of you?
Around the basket, you won't get a
I
single
can't get a
shot
shot off of you.
You won't get a single shot. The only
Off of
chance
you.
that you'll have to get a shot off is if I let
I'm
you get
bigger than
a
you.
foul line. That means nothing.
It means everything.
It means nothing.
means
Take it from me, it means something.
Listen,
everything.
Akash, I want to believe you, but physics does not apply to me. I'm different. I'm built different.
Okay.
It's a different thing with me. Okay, so you think you're gonna back me in?
I don't have to outrun you one on one.
No.
You know this.
We know you're
Like,
not gonna outrun me ever.
I can.
That's not a
but I
question.
don't have to.
There's no way. There's no way in hell. What's
don't
gonna
have to.
happen is this: you're gonna
I can
think
literally
that you
just do
can bully
this.
me. You're gonna think. That's cookies.
Vegan
you're not,
Kaz
you're
barely
not.
even moving me on wheels.
First
This
off, I
fucking
was trying to keep you in the
eat some
frame.
fucking meat,
I was trying to
Kaz.
keep you in the frame.
That's
asshole.
cookies.
Haircut is gorgeous. dog.
Yeah, you got a
Thank
nice
you, bro. It was
haircut.
great.
Very nice
Except for the
haircut.
ball spot. But it's
Oh,
cool.
yeah, I
That's
peeped
all
that
right.
out.
We'll work
Well,
on
we
that.
grew it out.
We'll work
though.
on
We
that.
good. Shout out
Very
to
good.
Hims. But yeah, no, you have to guard me.
Look
Good
at-
form.
good form is
Good
great.
form.
No.
Good form.
His mid
In a
range is
winter
solid.
coat. In a winter coat.
Mid range is solid. Mid range is solid, and every once in a while, I'll probably let you get a shot off for that. But the reality of the matter is, you cannot do anything to me underneath the basket. There's nothing you can do to me underneath the basket. I've never been so confident in my entire life. This is literally like America going to war with Nicaragua. You will lose. You will lose. Okay. Oh, that's
Andrew
right.
laughed extra.
Finally, I remember where he was from. There's no way in hell that you could conceive of a situation where it will happen. But I want to play. I want you to.
It's a Contra war right here.
It is, man. It is.
It was what too?
Good looking jumper, man. I think that you'll.
Here's
I'll
the-
give
and
you a
it's
couple of
one-on-one,
those.
so I'm assuming we're playing top of the key, like which is my zone right there.
Yeah.
Like I don't like 18 feet and in. That's a bucket. And if you have to come out and guard me,
I've said this
that's a
multiple
blow-by.
times.
Like
Let me tell you, nothing that
you might get some points, but then you have to guard me.
I'm sorry, blow
That is
by.
the point.
Blow
The
by.
point is like you have to play defense.
How are you going to blow by me?
Because you have to come and guard my jumper.
You have no
unless you want me to
arches
just
in
shoot,
your feet.
Unless you just
your
want me to
feet
shoot.
are flat.
It don't matter.
Yes,
it's still
it does.
buckets.
That means you can't
It's still
accelerate at all.
buckets.
Your
It's still
feet are
buckets.
flat too, though.
Say what?
Your feet are
I
flat.
got more arches than him. They're pretty flat, but I
It's all
got more
about
arches
arches.
than him.
Like I can still like dunk though.
Y'all both wear
And
orthotics
I'm
out this
huge.
bitch.
You're not
alright?
dunking, bro.
I'm not gonna dunk. Not now.
No,
but,
you
like, I
can't.
still-
You can't dunk
I can
anymore.
still dunk. I can still dunk.
This guy making things up.
I can still dunk.
You guys
I can still
watching
dunk. We were
film
gonna dunk
Kaz.
we were gonna do something for one thing, but it was raining out. But I can still dunk.
Where was it? On a court outside?
Yeah, it was a
Come on, it's a 9-foot rim, fam. You got dunking on 9-foot rims. I've played in all these courts my whole life.
Lots you tell, bro. What is score predictions?
It's 11. He does not score more than 4. It'll be 11-4.
We have to establish stakes. Maybe in the Patreon they can establish stakes.
Yeah.
Put it in the community.
It depends how I want to play.
Well, you should figure that out.
Like if I feel like just jaying you to death, like it'll be like 11 to like 5 or 6, like because you'll get some rebounds or whatever. But like if I just feel like saying fuck this, back down, 11 to like 3, maybe 2.
Oh,
don't matter. It's a 1-on-1.
I might sit him down.
It's a 1-on-1. You checking the ball. You checking the ball at the top of the key.
I might sit him down.
You checking the ball at the top of the key.
I'm gonna stumble him. I already know the move I'm stumbling with.
You're not crossing
I already
me,
know
dog.
the move I'm stumbling with, and what we can do is record something afterwards. So I predicted it now. I already know the move that I'm stumbling with, and he's gonna do this. He's not gonna fall, but he's gonna get hit like. He's going to do what the Mountain did in this last episode when he got stabbed in the eye where he did the fell back like that. That's what's going to happen to you. I'm going to mountain you. Bro.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
He's going to mount you. Fast forward.
You're going to check the ball up to me. This is exactly what I've already seen what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You're going to check the ball up to me. You're not going to respect my jumper. I'm going to hit my first jumper right in your mouth. Then you'll be like, oh shit.
Akaash, what have I said time and time again about him?
He did say you had a good jumper.
All right, so if you respect the jumper, then I'm just backing you down.
This is objective. This is objective viewership. You are a good mid-range shooter. All right, then if I have you on my team, to be honest with you, you are going to get buckets all day because I love penetrating and dishing.
All right, great.
You are a great teammate for me to have on my team.
Appreciate
Absolutely,
that.
for real. You would be my Pippen. But remember, you are Pippen, okay? And you're going up against MJ. It's different, all right? It's different. It's different over here. You don't know what Pippen looked like when he dunked. Man. We know what MJ looked like when he dunked like that.
Man,
I don't know what Pippen looked like when he played. Right? What's this? That's motherfucking Jordan. That's who you going up against.
You look like Patrick Ewing when Pippen put his nuts in his fucking mouth, and that's what's gonna happen to you.
Don't recall it.
You're a Knicks fan. How do you not recall this?
I blocked it out. I blocked that out. Do you know what I mean? I did block that out.
It's gonna be a lot of jab steps. Because you're gonna have to respect the jumper, and then once you come up, it's just easy buckets.
You don't realize my length,
dog. I only need 2 moves to beat you.
This guy has no clue about my length.
Feet. Like we're not playing
no clue about my length. Like, do you not understand what's happening here? I'm Giannis. I'm fucking Giannis, bro. Like, look at this length. Look at that length. I'm blocking you from here. I'm across the table. Your shot is going into the stands.
My arms are longer than yours, by the way.
Fam, are you out of your mind?
We might need to do this.
Real talk. That's all you could go?
Come on.
That's really all you could go?
Put your shoulders to my arm.
Bye.
First off, your shoulders are way up here.
Bye.
So match your shoulders up with mine.
Bye.
Come on, stand it up. Stand it up.
No, but that's how you do it. You go like, you both touch. Son, you want to be like that? Or
no, I'm standing straight.
All right. See how I touch you mad easy?
I'm touching you mad easily. I'm touching you mad easily. I could like touch the back of your neck.
I could get your shit too.
This is intimate, dog. I think I know how this game's gonna end.
I know. They just go fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't fucking. We both gonna be winners then.
All I'm
Now
saying
we'll see who
is,
finishes.
real talk, man. It's going down.
I can't wait. It's gonna be lit.
So we're gonna find a place. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna whoop that ass. It is what it is, bro.
Sounds good.
I don't think you understand. Like, all right.
I'm just tired of talking. I gotta set a date.
I know.
So I can start training for it. All that.
I'm gonna put in a couple hours.
Like Jay-Z said, if you set up a meeting, I'm gonna set up a beating. So just
Ooh, that's the first good trash talk line from Cam yet. I'm excited now. Slutty Vegan, Young Hezzy, the matchup of the century.
Yo, that's what his name is. Slutty Vegan.
Kazim, the Slutty Vegan. Bobby Weede. All right, I can't wait for it, man. It's gonna be fun.
But yo,
we should invite the assholes out too.
Absolutely, we got to do that shit. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna figure it out. Continue talk on the Patreon.
Absolutely.
Come on over. Matter of fact. Yo, thank you to all the new subs on the Patreon. Appreciate y'all coming through. Patreon.com/flagrant2. A lot of interesting flagrant conversations over there. I've been thinking about, and this is an open source conversation, but I was thinking about potentially capping the amount of subscribers to our Patreon.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because I think that I love the intimacy of the community, and I love what the community allows. And I think when things grow too big, you lose some of that camaraderie, intimacy, and you have people that might do things that go against community guidelines. It's a little bit harder for us all to kind of like continue those guidelines. People who listen to Patreon know what I'm talking about right now. But it's something I want to talk to you guys about. We can continue talks, but it's something I just want to throw out there. We'll see exactly what it is. We want this to be something that everybody's here for us, but we just got to find the best way to make sure what we got going on can continue.
It's a sacred thing.
It is a sacred fucking thing, so we got to find a way to keep it sacred.
We'll figure it out.
I gotta run, guys. But before we run, I want to give some dates, and then we have a very special moment to finish up the episode. Like very special.
Okay.
We have the baddest bitch of Flagrant 2.
Oh yeah.
But before we do that, I just want to let y'all know Nashville this Saturday, Zany's Comedy Club. One of the best clubs in the country. I love Zany's Comedy Club. Go get your tickets at theandrewschultz.com. I'll be there Saturday, 2 shows only. Come on out. Alex Media is out there with me. We're going to be filming some content, cooking up some great shit. And then next week after that, we're going to be in Columbus, Ohio. Funny Bone. Remember, the best chicken tenders in the motherfucking country. Okay? Love that club as well. And then the weekend after that, we're going to be in St. Louis, Missouri. So get your tickets to all those. theandrewschultz.com for all the rest of the cities. Make sure you go there, cop some tickets. You guys?
Oh, yeah. May 27th, baby. Well, 2 things. I will be at StarCast at the Sporting News' Wrestling with... Hold on. Anyway, I'm speaking at StarCast 2 with my boy Andreas Hale, Willie Mack, Billy Ray, a bunch of like really dope black wrestlers and speaking going on a conference about like diversity and race and gender in pro wrestling for StarCast in Las Vegas. And then May 27th at the Brooklyn Mirage, Duce Palooza, New York City. Yeah. We got the homie YG as the headliner.
Oh, shit.
It's not just going to be a motherfucking... I know some people come in and they're like, oh, he's going to come and like do like 12 or 15 minutes of songs like T-Pain and leave. Like, no. YG is doing a full fucking show. So if you get your tickets to Duce Palooza, you're getting a full fucking show. This is the only show he's doing in New
YG got
York.
The best song I could never sing along to. The number one of all time.
I mean, you could.
Best.
I'm just saying.
I'm good.
And all the Nipsey fans, all the West Coast fans, like if you really fuck with this is the one to be at. This is gonna be a special one. So get your tickets on DucePalooza.com. OG Chase B, Steph Cakes, Austin Mills. Everybody's gonna be DJing. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Go support that, yo. Go support that, yo. Akash?
Nothing. Just if you can support the GoFundMe if you haven't already. That's on my Instagram. It's for
Brian.
A friend of mine, Brian
and Hannah,
whose daughter passed away. And memorial service is this Thursday.
And thank you, assholes, for supporting that.
And he's super thankful to everybody. He sent a huge thank you to me. Asked me to say thank you to everybody. So appreciate everybody who donated.
Hearts and prayers are with you, Brian. Okay, so let's do it. So right now, obviously, you guys have seen this Snapchat filter, which turns you into a chick. And in true Flagrant 2 competitive fashion, we want to know who the baddest bitch of Flagrant 2 is. So let's get it started.
Can I say, I'm not even going to hold you. Like, I know I'm coming in dead last.
Fam,
I'm an ugly woman, bro.
Let us say it.
Who the fuck is this bad bitch?
Yo. Wow.
Who is this bad bitch over here?
You look like the bitch from The Ring.
I don't know why my face mad small.
Yo, you are cute.
You are
I'm a
cute.
little exotic.
Yo, you are cute. You all light skinned and shit too.
No,
you
they really did light me up
son.
as a woman.
You got nice eyes, bro.
Yo, my kids are beautiful, dog. I'm a gorgeous ass girl,
I'm trying
dog.
to think who you look like even. Yeah. You look like Arya, but like a cute Arya, dead ass. You two look like a little cute ass Arya.
You look like
man.
a real life anime character.
Yeah.
like you're
For
drunk.
real, I'm cute. Boy.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
cute
you
out
all
this
right, bro.
motherfucker.
You all right.
What was her name? Misty
I
from
give it to
Pokemon? You look like Misty.
Yeah. Real talk, man. Nah, you
Look at your
got
eyelashes.
Shit
Sexy
is
boy.
gorgeous,
All
dog.
right.
God damn, boy.
All right, now you got that. Okay.
All right,
You
not
shouldn't have
bad,
led with the
son.
best, dog.
You not bad. What we got next?
Let's see what we got.
All right.
Yo, you look like
that's
fucking...
a bad bitch.
Yo, Andrew look like he about to go ask for a manager right now.
Bro, you look like Black
that's
Widow,
a
bro.
bad. That's what I was about.
You look like Scarlett Johansson.
Nah, I look like the Olsen one.
Oh, the Olsen twins. Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
That's what I was thinking of. My fault.
Maybe a little
fine, son. Look how fine I am.
Say you took everything from me.
Yeah, bro.
You look like Marlon in White Chicks.
Damn, bro. No, that's a fine ass woman right there.
Bro, you look like you legitimately look like
as fuck.
You legitimately look like my 5th grade teacher.
Yeah, I got some like assistant teacher vibes going right now. No, but I fucked me. I definitely fucked me.
They really like fucking like give you bone structure, like female bone structure.
Can we talk about how my lips are bigger than Akaash's? Just saying. Just saying, my lips are on point right now. Oh my god, look at that. We look a little related. We look a little related. All right.
But his has a little bit more spice.
Yeah, Akaash looks part rat. Like you look like a rat.
I feel like you needed to curl your hair.
Doesn't he look like a rat a little bit? Like,
I feel like if you had like curls in your hair, bro, like you'd be like an even badder bitch.
You know what would look good if you had some cheese that you were eating, you rat. Fucking rat. Dude, you look like a rat.
Yo, get out of here, dog. You hating. Stop trying to flirt with me.
All right, go back.
Stop negging me,
I'm negging you?
Stop negging me.
That shit right there, bro, that's what's up. I look like a painting that came to life. I look like some shit that's like chasing around motherfuckers in an old hotel.
You legit look like, who said I look like the Ring? Somebody say that?
Yeah.
Like the bitch from
You
the
do
Ring.
look like the bitch.
But I
from the
look
Ring,
like
though.
I could be Asian. I look like I could be Russian.
You look white, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
Also
you straight white.
I look white also, but I look like I could be Asian.
You look straight white, fam.
Nah,
Ain't no
I
Asian
think
girl.
I'm Asian right there.
Nah, man.
All right, let's show Cass. Cass, you
Yo,
one of the
this is
ugliest
unbelievable.
women I've ever
my
seen in my
God.
life, man.
What is the fuck?
You look
Holy
like a
shit.
character on Martin.
Bro,
This
you would
this
look
shit ain't.
So here's the
hideous,
thing, right?
fam.
It's fucked up because they give you like I guess they try to like take your facial hair away, and it just gave me like the mutton chop. So
Even
it's just
without
like
the facial hair, you ugly as fuck.
fam, thank God you're a man, bro.
Bro,
Dog,
I
for
feel
real.
some type of way,
Holy
dog.
shit, dude.
Oh
Fuck.
my god,
That is gross.
I don't even look like a discernible female. I look like Harriet Winslow
Who's that?
from Family Matters. The
Oh,
mom.
white? The mom? That's hilarious,
I'm
bro.
I was
sure
gonna
look
say
like
the
her.
bitch from Parks and Rec. What's her name? Retta?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, but
Rashida.
that is
No,
just
Retta, not
wild,
Rashida
bro.
Jones, dog.
God damn.
Nah, Rashida fine. Kaz, you look crazy
I'm
right
an
here,
ugly
bro.
bitch, bro.
Bro, that's
Jesus.
I'm an
unbelievable.
ugly bitch. God damn.
I don't feel like it did anything to change you.
Nah, they
Like it
gave me-
changed Akaash and
Like,
I. We
y'all
got
look
feminine.
like different people. Like
Yeah.
they just put a fucking wig on me.
You
And
used to
didn't
look like
even-
Tran Cass. This is slutty vegan for real.
Do not go trans, bro.
Listen, if I was thinking about being a tranny, like this definitely like took me to the other side, bro.
Oh my
I don't think I could ever
lord,
do
bro.
it.
That is insane.
But you know what's fucked up?
Your face.
Somebody. The
That
fucked
shit
up part
is
about it
disgusting,
is,
bro.
somebody out there would fuck that.
Nah, they wouldn't.
Nobody on
Somebody
earth.
out there would fuck
Nah,
that.
Nobody on
Somebody
earth.
would.
Nah.
Nobody on earth.
Do you know how much? You know how much motherfuckers love pussy? If I had
Nah.
a pussy, somebody's fucking
Nah,
that.
man,
Nah,
I'm telling you,
Guarantee
nah.
you.
Nah, that shit is gross.
Somebody.
You look like you belong at a fucking carnival, dog. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
dude, that is a crazy looking. Go
That
back
bitch
to
could
it.
get fucked.
Go back to it, bro.
Right there.
Yeah, that
God
shit. Yeah,
damn.
bro. You look like a turtle.
Woo!
Yo.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god, bro.
You look like the only black Amish person. The fuck is that?
Now, can we see the baddest bitch though?
All right, go.
Hey, now you a bad bitch.
Alex, you alright?
God
Yo,
damn, I'm
you
fine.
got a
Shit.
good look.
Yo,
Eyebrow arch.
real talk. Real talk. If Alex didn't have the beard that's kind of showing, Alex would be a fine ass bitch.
Yo,
When
you
you think
gotta
about it.
show.
Real talk.
Alex, yo, you
Look
make
at
a
them
sexy
lips,
bitch,
bro.
bro.
That's how your
Son.
lips look. God damn.
You do got
bro.
one nostril mad bigger than the
Yeah,
other.
you taking
That
it
shit is
all
odd
the
as
breath,
fuck.
Yo,
bro.
Alex, you look like Tina Knowles.
Oh yeah.
Like
Damn,
Beyonce's
bro.
mom,
You
bro.
all right, Al?
I'm a bad
You
bitch,
make a
though.
decent tranny. Real talk.
Word.
For real, you better hit up Dwight Howard.
Yo, real talk. That's probably his
Oh,
bag.
God damn.
You look like a bad PTA bitch.
Damn, bro. You all right,
You even got
man.
the blush in your cheekbone. Did you
Yeah.
like put on makeup before you did this? Or
So,
like,
you
those-
know it. I had
You
to
know
take
what you
some
kind
off.
of look like? You look like a sexy meter maid. You ever see them bitches that get
they got, like,
tickets to
big
the park
hips and
cars?
shit?
There's
Like,
always
yo.
one bitch that's like decent looking. That's what it looks
That
like.
was
Real
mad
talk.
chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, you a pretty bitch, Alex.
You're
Thank
a pretty
you, man.
bitch.
Thank you. Man.
All right, guys. This has been another episode of Flagrant 2.
Wait, we didn't get Eden?
What? Oh, you had one?
Oh, you didn't do one?
I looked on the thing. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
Eden cute.
Okay, cute. You.
Eden looked like a legit woman. Eden
Yeah.
looked
This is the
like a
most
woman.
Ecuadorian you've ever looked, bro.
Hold on. I just want to acknowledge something. I didn't say you because I looked at the group text and I didn't see your picture in it. So I really thought Alex said you weren't allowed to do it. I was thinking that was fucked up, B. But yo, I gotta say, I've slept with multiple women that look like you, bro. Like not just one. I've slept with multiple that look just like you, bro. That is wild. Dude, this makes me uncomfortable. I had a girl that kind of looked like that. Dead ass. A Latin girlfriend that looked just like that.
Oh my god,
Teeth
bro.
and everything. I don't even want to look at you no more.
Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable now.
Holy
you
shit.
make a cute woman.
I want to know how your mofongo is. Real talk.
Like, I might friend zone you, but like, I'll be like, all right, we're both drunk, yeah.
I'm not friends on you. I'm buy you some chanclas. Right? Take you on a nice walk. Take you to DR for the weekend. We could go to Sandals.
Nah, you look like a good like drunk night hit. Like,
Oh, facts.
that'll be drunk night.
You look
yeah.
like you built like shit. Like your face is
But there's
pretty,
some good pussy
but
under
you
there.
built like
Yeah,
Some
you're
good
right
pussy
about
under
that.
there.
son. Your face is adorable. You built like you selling mangoes on the street. You built like you got a sausage stand on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh my god. That is
Damn,
fucking
bro.
hilarious. Holy
Yo, Eden, you built like your Instagram is neck up. Damn.
She got the fire fupa,
The
bro.
fire
The
fupa.
fire
But her
fupa,
neck
dog.
up is 10 out of 10. Damn, son. This is crazy. You look like the bitch who shows up, be like, I look different?
Looking at your phone like,
Bro.
PTSD.
Damn, PTSD, he said. Damn, bro. Well, anyway, man, I got to run out of here, but this has been another episode of Flagrant 2 No Easy Buckets. Y'all already know. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for spreading the word. Thank you for supporting everything we do. We appreciate you. We'll see you on Patreon on Friday.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you non-patrons next Tuesday. Keep it tight.